Hey, folks, thanks for checking out another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast. Tonight, we're going to be talking Eagles draft recap and how did Howie screw it up again.
From P-H-I-L-A period, P-A period, Eve they hearing it, believe they fearing it, but loving it though.
We are back again on another beautiful Thursday evening here in beautiful downtown Willow Grove from the Crack Bell Production Studios. Deke has already given me the eyes like I screwed something up.
Nope, not at all,
Nope,
man.
nope.
It's finally rolling off the tongue like you're born to say it.
We got a full house tonight. This right here, this beautiful voice you hear is Jim Marcus, your co-captain for the evening. To my right, my Chewbacca tonight, my co-pilot, Brody Marcus, back in studio. What's going on, bud?
What's up?
To his right, we got the Don, DJ. What up?
Yo.
To his right, the elder statesman, Mr. Deke Martin, after a fantastic, Donald K. Martin, after a fantastic loss in volleyball this evening, right?
Yes. Just another night at the gym playing volleyball.
And to his right, back in studio, we missed him. AB, Avalon Brian, Flan. What's going on, Flan? Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you.
I missed you guys.
We missed you. We got a lot to talk about. Keeping us live and on the air behind the glass. We got Mr. Moneypot. What's going on, Nate?
What's up, bro?
Did I catch you eating a cookie in my bed?
Yeah, it's all good. We're good.
All right, before we get started, thanks to our sponsor, insurephilly.com. We got you covered up to 10 quotes in about 10 minutes for all your insurance needs and keeping us hydrated. Pops McCann's fine Irish and now American whiskey as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. Last time we were in here, it was pre-draft a couple weeks ago. We all had our thoughts on who they were going to take. We happened to be down there at the draft. We made some predictions before the draft on who the Eagles would take. Half of us, less than half of us, got it right and said Devonta Smith. It's a roundabout way, the way they did it. Did Howie get it right? Are we happy with that pick? How's everybody feeling?
I'm digging that pick, especially with the added bonus of screwing over the midgets up in East Rutherford. I'm good with that.
I was fine with it. Even if they had to trade with the Cowboys to do it, I was fine with it.
Silence is not golden on the airwaves.
Pregnant pauses are not good.
What do you got, Flan?
I'd say the more I thought about it, the more I like it. Right? You stashed away a first-round pick for next year.
Mm.
And what that really cost you was a third this year to move up, to move back, or to move down and then move back up. You know, they got their guy. Whether or not he's really the guy, I don't know if I agree. But, you know, they actually set out to get their guy. It was the smart pick at that point in the draft, I think, as far as skill position. So, yeah, I guess I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I think Denver was the curveball that threw everybody off. Denver coming in, taking Surtain because you heard the Cowboys really liked him.
Yep.
Giants are sitting there thinking, all right, we got our guy because apparently the Giants really wanted Smith.
Right.
So the fact that we could jump up with the Cowboys and only cost us a third-round pick, which we know track record with that, and screw the Giants, it was a little extra gravy to the pick. I'm with you, Flan. Whether it's the right pick, we'll see. Heisman winner, looks great on tape. Alabama guy. They seem to be productive when they make it to the NFL. Other needs that this team could have addressed.
Well, you do need a receiver because you've blown the last two receivers that you've picked.
And he immediately comes in and he's your number one guy. So
right. I mean, Rager's still yet to be seen.
Yeah,
right? Like we're still going to give him a chance.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to give Hurts an honest chance, you got to get him help.
You do.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
And it doesn't hurt to get his college teammate.
No,
Right,
there's some continuity there.
Former college teammate.
I agree with that. And, you know, you had a chance, though, to get Jordan Chase. That's who I would have taken. You know, he would have been there at that pick. And you look at where they swung and missed last year and the year before, that's my concern, is the evaluation process.
Yeah,
If they really think that's their guy, and a lot of people like the pick, I'm into it, you know.
They tried to trade up for him, but
Yeah.
They couldn't get it. They couldn't get there.
But you were there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You were already there, and Howie put out whether it was Howie or not, it was coming from that front office that at 6 they didn't think either of those guys were going to be there. They didn't think Chase would be
And
there.
They weren't.
And where did Chase go? No,
Chase
went
was
five.
five.
Bang,
That's right.
bang.
Chase went 5.
And Waddle wasn't there either.
No, he was gone too.
So Howie looks good in that regard.
I had Smith over
That's
Waddle anyway.
I think going into the draft it was Waddle, Chase, and then Smith, right? I think PFF put out the grades for that.
Everybody had different grades.
But I think from what I saw the most was like Waddle, Chase, and then Smith. But either one of them I would have been fine with.
No, I wouldn't. I didn't want Waddle. I wanted Smith all the way out of the 3. Like he like when you think about it and you look at the numbers, regardless of his size, regardless of his weight, whatever anybody wants to say about him,
Those are too big regardless, is there, Nate?
he had the greatest receiving career at Alabama.
I'm with Nate on this.
You know how many people have been through Alabama as a receiver? He had the single greatest receiver, and then he won the Heisman.
Yeah.
Like that's like I understand Chase is electric, and he was out last year, and he had a phenomenal year last year. But what Smith did last year, like
never been seen before.
like we like you've seen the games, 300 yards or like 260 yards and like 3 touchdowns in the first half. Like, come on, man!
He torched every defense.
Everybody,
and he
torched.
lit it up on the biggest stage in
Yeah.
the championship game.
He's smooth, man. He's real smooth.
I don't hate the pick at all.
No.
How does the size concern you though when you get to the NFL and you're playing against all these bigger cornerbacks?
No.
Somewhat, but you've got a precedent of smaller guys, right? I mean, D-Jack the first time around was pretty
I was
good.
just going to go there.
Danny Amendola was a smaller guy. Julian Edelman was a smaller guy. You know, Wes Welker's a smaller guy.
Is he going to be a slot guy though? Is Smith expected to be a slot guy? I mean, those guys.
No, with that speed.
But that's who you're comparing him to. Almost these slot guys, where
Because
it's okay to be the smaller guy that you can get across the middle. And,
they learn how to. He'll learn how to play in the league.
Yeah,
he'll get cracked, but he'll learn how to get down quick.
And you know, you can always gain some weight. You know, he's not going to grow any more upwards, but he can get some girth on him. Get a little weight to him. Maybe make it more difficult to pin him on the line.
It'll take time.
It'll take time.
It's like D-Jack, right? D-Jack. It took D-Jack a long time to get any type of weight on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those kind of guys, they just burn calories, man.
Right.
It's hard for those guys to gain weight.
Well, we can recommend a bunch of cheesesteak joints that'll do the job.
He did put that out there. I think he put out there, and I think the consensus
That's-
was D'Alessandro's.
That's gotta
which
be
is
like
just
the
crap.
number one thing.
No, it's not. It's
it's
not
not
a
the best.
cheesesteak.
It
Yes,
is
it's
not the
Roxborough kid in the house.
yes,
No, it's not.
it is.
But that's got to be like the number one thing for any new Philadelphia
Well,
athlete.
athlete,
when they
politicians come
here,
through town.
the number
whole-
first thing
yeah.
they tweet out, "Oh, where's the best cheesesteak spot?"
Well,
Dude, they're like PR teams tell them to do this, or their
course they
agents.
do.
no,
Like,
it's
come on.
Philly. I mean, come on. We've talked about it
I know
every
but, like,
show, every
find
sporting
something
event.
else to like,
that's national
like
TV.
something that's bad, like cool.
What, the Rocky statue?
No, like what's the best spot for like I don't know, water ice or
It's
roast,
not as
roast
well.
pork.
Roast pork. I get what you there, but
Hey, man. You know what I mean? Come on.
There's more to Philly than a cheesesteak.
There
that's
is,
all.
but you know what? Though? I
Yeah.
do like the pedigree on him. Like it seems like he's got his proverbial shit together. Right?
Yeah.
The guy's got a good
Yeah.
head on his shoulders.
He's very
He was a-
humble too.
He was a captain. He's
Yeah.
coming in working hard. Like all of those intangibles that you like to
Absolutely.
hear. You know, he's not going to be having lunch in the car. He's not one of those guys.
Nope. Yeah.
He's a glue guy. So I like that too.
and he has the connection with Hurts. So you like that.
Right.
I mean, like
Absolutely.
if Chase was there, I would have taken Chase too. Right. If he was there. But I like that he's got the connection with Hurts. He's played with him. So that should help.
Yep.
Their second pick, also an Alabama guy. This is where I think Howie starts to be Howie. Howie's at that point, right? He's like the Browns.
Nah.
Browns are going to Brown. I know we talked about it a little bit on the way up. The kid could be a Pro Bowl lineman.
He's a physical freak.
Hey, he's a
For what
huge
he can do
boy.
with his size.
I saw the
the
cartwheels
agility, the
videos.
cartwheel.
He's
I've
a
seen-
first round talent that you got in the second round. So
Didn't that happen a couple years ago? What was the guy's name? Sidney Jones?
Sidney Jones.
The corner.
I'm not going to compare those two because they're two different positions.
I hear you.
Well, Sidney also tore his Achilles, and I'm not saying the ACL is easier, but it is.
How many ACLs?
This is the second one.
Yeah,
So he's done both.
too.
But he's got cadaver ACLs now, so he's good on
So
the
they're
ACLs.
good? They're
right?
good?
Yeah,
It's like I said, it's like a broken arm these days.
Not
Right.
when you're that big of a
When
guy.
the way medical treatment is these days and all that, that's fine.
Well, I think the hope is you don't
Dr.
really,
DJ.
you don't need him this year, right? Like the hope
Exactly,
is
yeah.
He's for next year because this is Kelsey's final year.
it could be, right? It
It
could
could
be
be.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
It could be Barrett. Like, it depends on Brooks, too. Brooks has to come back from 2
Mm.
consecutive injuries.
Brooks is on the trade block apparently.
I saw that. I
Didn't
don't
happen,
believe
though.
it.
We'll get to that.
I don't.
There's a
think it
few
will.
players that I
Yeah.
expected not to make it through the weekend.
I think they dangle just to put it out.
Just to get offers.
Yeah, there's a
see
couple
what it's
guys that-
worth. Yeah.
But I could see Dickerson playing guard at some point this season.
He can play all 5, right?
If Sayamalu gets hurt or if Brooks isn't ready.
Well,
maybe.
is he going to start over say Amalu or if who's the other guy they had last year? Herbig? Because Herbig was really productive last year.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Herbig's the guy that's got to start keeping an eye out for his job.
And
But he did well last year.
who's the other one? Not was it Pryor?
Yeah, Matt Pryor.
Matt Pryor.
stinks.
What? No, who was the other one? The other backup that got injured, and he
Sua
did pretty
Opeta?
well. No,
Driscoll?
Driscoll. Yes,
Driscoll's a tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tackle.
He's
Good
a
show prep, Deke.
Nah, I think Driscoll's done. He was a late round pick last year anyway.
He's like
Yeah,
a
he's-
project pick. I mean, if he
Yeah.
makes your roster, he does. But
I hope
your-
he's not done. He's the only backup we have the lane right now.
Nah.
And
You got
what about
Matt
Sayamelo?
You got
He's
Mailata, Dillard.
Dillard. Yeah.
He's
Mailata is
not.
going to be playing the other side.
the other side.
Mailata-
Yep.
gonna start, yeah.
They could. Yeah, Mailata probably starts
Yeah.
over Dillard, but
he has to. But Dillard's got to be productive at some
I don't
point.
think
That's
you can
another
give up.
pick.
You can't give
You
up on
s-
Dillard. I know I've
No,
come
you
on the
can't.
show and said, maybe you trade him, but like I don't think you can give up
You
on
get
him.
no value on him trading him.
He's a
You-
first round pick,
Right,
But he
but
has no tape.
He's got no tape.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
But
problem.
his
And he-
head,
and-
though, didn't he have a complaint about switching sides? And I
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
He brings a lot of baggage with him.
yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. What Brian just said, plus the fact that he got injured here and there. He was a first round draft pick and couldn't crack the starting lineup in year
He was
3.
hurt. Last-
Right. Exactly. What's the rule, Brody? What do we say on the way up? The best ability is
he wasn't paying-
Availability.
availability. There you
He
go,
wasn't paying
kid.
attention.
Teaching him young.
Yep.
Teaching him young.
You got a million of those, don't you? See, I'm just starting to coach, so I'm just working on the arsenal. You got one for everything, don't you?
Hey, I want
Just
to
about.
catch up with some of these comments here. We got Philly.500. Hey, buddy.
I told you that.
The Phillies won in 6-1,
That's
and
right.
the Eagles and maybe the Flyers are next. Deke Martin says, "Yo, Andrew, homework done." Ryan, we got a Joseph Williams says Ryan win today.
Yeah, he's talking about my son plays lacrosse for Archbishop Ryan. So
That one guy I
Nice.
told you about
Okay.
on
Yeah.
YouTube.
And I got
The guy who's the Eagles fan.
James Marquis says, "What does Claire
that's
Dunphy
that's
think
Jimmy's dad,
Him?
Brody's grandfather.
Poppy.
of Poppy?"
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
yeah. I laughed at that. I thought that was very good. Your dad's starting to shit already.
Obviously, Steve said, "What's up, boys?"
Steve, I just want to give some feedback from our last show. You will not hear us talk Q ratings on this show ever again.
Thank God.
If there are Q ratings, they will have Barbie in front of them. It will only be barbecue ratings because apparently I don't know if you caught the last shit show episode.
I did not. But
Flag-
Q rating is a popularity.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes,
total- it's
yes.
total crap.
Q
Yes.
rating is
Steve
stupid.
put so much stock into how much it's valued with teams.
we
It
probably
shouldn't
put
matter.
It shouldn't.
Q rating with okay.
with athletes. We
With
probably
just
put,
trading, and he was just harping on it for a good 30 minutes, and we're like,
yeah,
dude,
we spent more time.
You
on
let him filibuster in here?
He had a couple drinks
Yeah.
and we were feeling
All
it.
right, all right.
yeah.
You still owe me a basketball game, Steve. Blow your doors off.
All right, so they came in at the third pick. You think, all right, let's get a cornerback here. Nope. D tackle, which we needed. We need
Yeah.
some D line help.
But he's
Who
not.
some people said is an absolute beast of a player.
He's
He
not.
got
I
the
mean-
Aaron Donald comparison.
I know, I saw that.
I
know.
and I don't know why nobody compares to Aaron Donald.
No, but
Yeah,
that's
you
a pretty
can't-
lofty comparison.
You can't compare a rookie to Aaron Donald.
No.
You can't. But when you hear that for a third rounder, that's where they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that didn't come out of Eagles camp. That came out of other scouts. And that's where you go, maybe they were on to something again, because they have uncovered the diamonds in the rough once in a while. They've swung and missed, but I don't know if they've swung and missed. I'm going to sound like a Howie defender.
Yeah,
You are.
You
You're
are.
starting-
now.
I don't know if they've swung and missed as much as we think.
That is breaking news.
Yeah,
Boy.
we found the Howie defender in the
Right.
Delaware Valley.
That was a swing and a miss, bro. That was a swing and a miss on that pick. I'll tell you that.
You and Tom Donahue would not.
I was gonna say, yeah.
friends.
There's disagreements. They caught a moment in time. That happens.
I think that happens way more in that front office than what was. We caught a glimpse of it, but I bet that happens a lot with.
So what? Who's the GM?
What do you mean? So what? That's
I
not
mean, so
good.
what? I'm not saying it's good, but if Howie's the captain of the ship, he really shouldn't care. If he feels one way and the other guy feels the other way, he's in charge. I'm not saying
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
very wrong.
He has
I
last
wanna-
say, sure, but
I also think Donahue should have been a little bit. They know they're on camera.
yeah, but he didn't. He was in the corner, like he didn't think they would scroll all the way over there.
All right. Well, enough with the fist bump, right? Like they're in the same room. We know
He
they
looks
shook
like,
hands.
Like
before-
nobody was pumped
Yeah,
up. Like
Nobody was happy about that
Yeah.
pick.
Other than
No.
the defensive coordinator, if you saw from another angle, he was in the corner, giddy like a little kid.
I'm
Like
not saying
he
I
was
love. I'm
pumped
not
up
saying I
about
love.
it, but he was the only one.
I'm not saying I love that pick, but I'm intrigued by the feedback on the Donald.
but it
comparison.
worries me because we know, like from last year with everything that happened, that the front office is a mess, and that does not give anybody confidence going into the season.
See, it's interesting you're there, but you feel good about the Dickerson pick. See, and
yeah, I
this,
like the first
this is
two
all
picks.
one big mess.
Okay,
to
well,
me.
after
well,
that-
if you get
after
your
that,
first
it's,
two picks, if you get your first two picks right,
You better get
and
your
they
first
both
two
end
picks
up being
right.
Yeah.
starters, you've had a pretty good draft.
Not necessarily. You hit your
Absolutely.
diamonds in the rough in the middle of the draft.
You do.
Like
We'll
you
get to-
said.
we'll
Yeah, but
get
your
the
first two
cornerback.
picks have to be starters.
They had 11 picks. They came out with 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't think they were going to get all 11 picks.
No.
You knew something was going to happen there. So
Which is
let's.
fine.
So that third pick was the whole fiasco with the fist bump, and
Yeah.
Donahue wanted nothing to do with it. Apparently, the defensive coordinator was really happy with it. All right. Fourth pick was the cornerback. They finally took the Zach
I-
McPherson.
Love
Yep.
the
Tech-
pick.
You love the pick. Why do you love the pick?
Oh, wait, Zach
Zach.
McPherson.
Yeah, the cornerback.
Oh wait, never mind. I was thinking of someone
You
else.
thinking of the next pick? Hey, look, they got a cornerback. He was the best one on the board right then and there.
Yeah,
Was he the best? I know I'm thinking of Jabril Cox, but he's a linebacker.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
well.
went to
Dallas.
yeah.
So
We just don't like linebackers. I don't. Get
I
it.
don't
don't
understand it either.
I don't get.
I don't
it.
understand
No, what we
Uh,
like is safeties that we think can be
the
linebackers.
hybrid.
Mm.
They did it last year with Davion Taylor. They did it again with Jacoby Stevens this year.
Did they even use Davion Taylor?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no,
Special
he
teams.
didn't even use
Special
him.
teams. Yeah,
special teams.
the next Chris Maragos. when
By
you
the way,
think
why?
about
I
it,
still can't understand. Why did he get to speak at the Super Bowl parade?
because he's
why?
just captain.
He didn't even play the Super Bowl.
He was a special
He
teams.
was
he was a
Special
special
teams
teams
He
captain.
didn't
Yeah,
play in the
Neither did
game.
Wentz. Wentz talked.
I booed him too.
Oh my god.
All right, so we get our cornerback. Position wise, whether you like the pick or not, it looks like all right, we're hitting some areas of need. The next pick, which I like, is
Yes.
kind of a head scratcher. Kenny Gainwell, great name for a running back.
Yeah.
Why's
They're
it a head scratcher?
taking a running back
In the
at fifth when we
Oh,
have
fifth.
our fifth pick, other areas in need. And look, say we want to get
He was
about
the best
Boston Scott.
available.
Boston Scott's not special. I
And-
hate to break it to everybody. I,
I-
know they show a lot
Nah,
of jerseys.
He's
I kind of
only-
like him.
I know.
I like him.
know.
I like him.
And you love a 39-year-old Darren Sproles. too.
He's only good against like the Giants, really, honestly.
He's a giant killer.
He's
Yeah.
had a couple.
That
of
works. If he's a giant killer, that works, Birdie. Twice a year, that
Yeah,
works.
He's not your
But-
second. He's not your second one. Boston
No,
Scott
Ken,
cannot be.
that's
No.
why they got- that's
We
why they
need-
drafted Gainwell.
Yeah. And if
I
you're,
wasn't sure it
going
was
with
on.
the theory that you're trying to give Hurts weapons, that's another weapon for him, right? And in this NFL, I hate to say it, in this NFL, defense is kind of it's going by
Doesn't
the
matter.
wayside.
Yeah,
right?
it's not as valued anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
Certain positions.
certain positions, and every time down the field, I mean, God forbid you touch a wide receiver, you blow on him past
Exactly.
5 yards. It's,
Yeah.
it's a penalty anyway.
Yep.
So if it's going to be a mess back there, I don't know.
And the dude had a lot of praise when
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
drafted, so and he's Fletcher Cox's cousin.
Yeah,
So there's some
Oh, boy.
familiar.
Hoping for that gene pool.
Why?
Are they close
He's
cousins
not
or is
as
it like
big.
distant?
I don't know.
Well, no, I mean the cousin thing is always like
It's
curious
cool
to me.
though. It's like a cool little story. Though.
No, but like when it's like a first cousin or maybe a second
Yeah, I
cousin,
get it.
When you're like eighth
I know,
cousins, right? Like
Yeah,
Kate Flannery from The Office is like a fifth cousin.
that's
or
still
something.
cool though.
I've never met her before, but
She's a very interesting character on that show.
I've never watched the show. But her dad owned that bar, Flannery's downtown, Tex Flannery. So there you
Nice.
go. I think you've been there with me, maybe on an Irish
Probably.
Express. Yeah, Aaron Express back in the day.
I was there.
There you go. I don't think it's there anymore though.
I was there because I'm part Irish. Just
There you
saying.
go. The drinking party.
Yeah,
Yeah, the drinking.
The drinking part, right?
So yeah, look, I just thought it was kind of high to take a running back. I thought they should have taken a quarterback at some point in this draft too, but that would have been later.
They
Do you really want to play with that?
No, I didn't mean. Again, I'm not that
The
high.
Colts took a quarterback.
They did.
They took a
Carson.
quarterback.
Did they ask him
I
first?
Can't
don't know.
blame
They
him.
asked permission.
I don't know, but they took one.
I don't blame him.
They
They
just
do need a back.
brought Jordan
Yeah.
Howard back. He might be just a camp body.
That's what I was
He
going
might
to
be.
say.
I like
does he
it.
make
I
the
like
team?
the signing.
I'm with you, Brody. I liked it too.
You
Yeah,
might
I
get
like
something.
They
out of
they
it.
need that change up style
He
of running.
doesn't. He might not make the team.
I understand
I
he
think
might
he'll
not
make
make
the
the
team.
team, but at least they brought him back
He'll make
to
the
try
team.
and make the team.
All right.
I think Howard
He
makes
could
the
just
team.
be like a mentor, kind of, for the younger guys.
Yeah, he's still
You-
kind
you-
of young too.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
not
he
like
wants to
he's
be a mentor.
32
Yeah,
years
he's
old.
not
He's
like
only
taking his job.
28.
He's in his 20s. Yeah.
26, I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
was going to say he's not even that old. I
He's
mean,
not even
old.
28.
I think
We
he
got
just
him
came
off of his first
rookie
contract.
Is he got that much mileage on him?
Yeah.
No,
You know,
not really.
at
He had
26
1 or 2
years old?
with
Chicago used him a lot.
Yeah,
They did.
1,000 yards, 1 or 2
He was
years.
a Pro Bowler in Chicago.
I know. Well, we'll see.
Joe White wants to know if Brody just downed a cup of pops.
He might have.
We'll never tell you.
We'll
Jim.
never
Yeah.
know.
a splash of
Just a
Sprite.
splash. Yeah.
Of course he did, man. Shout out to the ancestors. As Jay would say.
Jay's on here listening.
Yeah, Jay's on here.
All right. So then after we got our running back, they went to the defensive line again. Marlon Tuipulotu.
Good luck with that.
There you
Yep.
go.
USC
That's
guy.
actually pretty good.
Did I get it?
That's, that was pretty good. I
That's
wouldn't have gotten that.
No?
I would have just stopped at their Marlon and then went to
I do
Marlon T.
like a Polynesian player. They're usually kind of
On
nasty
the line.
guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. This.
Kind of nasty.
Yes.
Good teammate.
You
Again,
think he'll-
he was a captain at USC also. They drafted a lot of, I don't know if you caught Howie's podcast with John Clark. They
Howie
talk-
has a podcast?
I was going to say, what's
I'm
it
sorry,
called?
John Clark has a podcast.
Oh, I was about to
Howie-
say, holy shit.
Good.
Excuse me, kid, but
Bring him
oh
in.
man, I would love to hear Howie's podcast. Are you serious?
Yeah, that would be brutal.
That would be great if he had a podcast.
Pepperoni or cheese.
Oh man,
Pepperoni and sausage.
that would be great.
Oh,
And
my
then
God.
backed it up with another D lineman. All right.
Gonna back up the D.
Backed up the D. Gotta keep that D strong.
I don't
Well,
think,
listen, the
I
defensive.
don't think we need two. At least one, but two is.
Yeah, we don't need two D's, just one, bro.
Yay. You don't
No
know.
one here likes a sword. No one here likes a sword fight anyway.
That might come at you. Yeah.
Different, what do they say?
Tread lightly there,
Santa-
James.
Santa boot after hours, right?
Right.
True.
After dark, like was that
We're
your
gonna
big
be
brother?
Santa band first.
Yeah.
Santa boot first.
And then they went and they took the two linebackers, which
Oh,
Throwaway
thanks.
picks at that
Finally,
point,
yeah.
right.
yeah,
Mr.
the,
Mr. Irrelevance.
the
They're not-
safety
It
that's
drives
going to be a
me- It drives me
linebacker.
crazy how they don't value.
Special
just don't-
teams.
Yes,
Yeah.
that really
Maybe.
drives me nuts.
It's just like you see Dallas, who just took JOK, and they upgrade and they take Michael Parsons.
broke my heart.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure
didn't
it
the
did.
I knew it was
Browns-
going to happen too.
The
To
Browns.
be honest,
took,
Dallas had a very
okay.
good draft. It kills
They
me.
did.
They had a really good draft.
Parsons going to be a good player.
Yeah,
You know,
they
but-
take Jabril Cox, Micah Parsons,
Yeah.
and JOK.
No, they didn't
No,
get
the
Jeff.
Browns-
Or no, the Browns,
Browns
took
took
JOK. Sorry, yeah,
JOK.
right. But still, they
They got your Bill Cox
They
and
revamped that defense up again.
it killed me seeing how much of a fan Micah was of the
I-
Cowboys
yeah.
too.
I didn't
I-
know
That was
that.
his dream.
Yeah,
He
Where's
said
he
it.
from?
Harrisburg.
He's
Harrisburg.
from,
He's from Harrisburg.
He's
He's
from
a
Harrisburg.
And-
Cowgirls fan.
He was at. Where did he commit to first? He didn't go to. He didn't commit. Didn't you? He looked at Ohio State. Something happened, and Franklin got him, and then he stuck it out. Right, he was like an early commit, but he was leaning red. He was going to go to Ohio
my
State.
friend-
If he's from Ohio,
was like-
Harrisburg, and he wanted to go Ohio State first, that's all you need to know.
Well, you know what that happens. These kids want to get out. Of it.
Yeah.
I can't say I blame them.
Ohio
Plus,
State's
I mean,
a really good program.
It
too.
is.
It
It's
is.
probably a better one than Penn State.
You can say it.
Yeah.
You got two
All
Penn
right,
State.
yeah,
recruits.
I-
It's
It's
true.
probably better.
I'm not
Penn
gonna
State
argue
right
with
now,
you.
yeah. No, I mean, I know Penn State's linebacker you, but
Well,
Historically,
30 years ago.
Historically, I would still take Penn
It's
State.
still-
Sean Lee,
it's
LeVar
still-
Arrington.
it's still-
There's still some good talent.
yeah, and they had another guy go undrafted though. He was the defensive Jason.
I don't know.
But he went too. So I mean, they might come back.
Well, you know what their problem is? They're just. I don't know what it is. Well, we all know what it is. Besides the obvious,
Right.
besides that,
Yeah.
they haven't been relevant in 25 years. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah.
we want to say, they've had a couple years. Michael Robinson, when they
Are they the
Orange
new?
Bowl.
Are they the new Notre Dame?
They might.
They're
be.
not that bad.
They're on. They're on.
not
there.
that
They're
bad.
getting
No-
there.
Notre Dame's played an FCS game.
That's
We have
true.
not.
That's true.
No, I'm
Penn State has.
saying
Notre
Exactly.
Dame's made the playoffs.
Exactly.
They have. Penn State has
State's
not.
not.
Penn State's one of
Exactly.
the few big schools. That,
But what does Notre
Western's
Dame
made
do
them.
when they get to the playoffs?
Lose.
They
Doesn't
get
matter. They still
rocked.
got
That's-
there.
That's the Notre Dame angle
Yeah,
that I'm
would you
taking.
rather
They're not
go
as
there
overrated
and
as
get
Notre Dame
rocked,
is.
or would you get a nice Fiesta Bowl game or something?
The Tostitos,
Listen,
yeah.
I've had enough Outback Bowls. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
tired of the blooming onions.
Would you rather go to
Free
the?
blooming onion? Your team made the Outback Bowl.
Would you rather go to the playoffs though and
Of
get
course.
spanked by
Yeah,
Clemson?
yes. I'd rather go to the playoffs.
You get your hopes up though.
I'd rather go to the
Yeah.
playoffs. They should have got in a couple years ago when they.
Yeah, but
got
you
screwed.
can't hang up a playoff loss. You can hang up a bowl win.
Well, they're not going to
Nobody's
hang up.
hanging up.
They don't
the-
hang up anything
the-
except undefeated seasons up there. They haven't had one.
I've
in a
seen
while.
some bowl banners.
There's no bowl
when you
banners at
walk
Beaver
in.
Stadium.
No,
Not up.
not in
have-
the like rafters
Not
of the.
No, not
but,
in
like-
not in the inner bowl. The inner
Yeah,
bowl,
but-
it's the undefeated.
I haven't been up there in a
seasons.
while. I don't remember seeing any though while I was
No.
up there, other than the undefeated seasons and the Rose Bowl.
They have the national championships too.
Yeah,
Right.
It
on-
should be.
yeah, yeah.
It should be 6 of them, but that's a whole different story.
6 national championships.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they had all those
Yeah.
undefeated seasons under Paterno. They had 73 when Richard Nixon declared Texas.
They have the
I
National
thought it was
champion.
Nebraska.
They have the.
No,
Hold on.
No,
Let the two old guys
73.
talk. Okay.
I'm 43. I'm not as old as you think.
He declared Texas the.
National championship.
thought it was
Richard
Nebraska.
Nixon did. No,
Okay.
94. They went undefeated. That was
Yeah.
was that Kyle Brady,
Mhm.
Kerry Collins,
Mhm.
OJ McDuffie. They
Yep,
went undefeated.
yep.
And Nebraska went undefeated. Penn State smoked Oregon in the Rose Bowl, and Nebraska still
Yeah.
got the national championship.
Yep.
Look at that knowledge. That's why I'm
You're a
here.
Penn State guy. You
almost
should have
not
that
any show
knowledge.
prep.
Yeah, it's almost as if you.
Yeah,
went
they-
there.
I think they must have the most undefeated seasons and weren't
No.
declared a national
Oh,
champion.
You know what? Notre
Miami's
Dame,
probably.
Navy's got a ton. Like back in the 30s.
Undefeated?
Back in the 30s and 40s. Yeah,
Miami
Okay.
is a lot too, right?
I don't know that Miami does.
I know when they dominated with like Ray Lewis and who
I'm
was
thinking
the-
Florida
Vinny
State.
and Irvin.
Florida
and-
State's
I'm thinking
another
Florida
one.
State
Yeah,
had a run in those early
They did.
90s.
Yes.
They did.
Yep.
When they were just
Yep.
They only got
dominating.
2 titles
Yep.
out of that, though. They got 2 titles, and they got one more in like
Warwick.
Yeah.
And
Florida State won one in like 2011 or something.
Yeah, with
right?
Jameis Winston. right?
Yeah,
No,
Mhm.
who was the who was the quarterback that went and played for the Knicks?
Charlie.
What is it?
Charlie Ward.
Ward.
Charlie
Yeah.
Ward,
Won the
yeah.
Heisman.
He was a
Yeah,
Heisman.
he
that
was a
year, too.
Heisman winner and
Yeah,
played
yeah.
point guard for the Knicks. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Never
It didn't
played
work
it
out
down
for
in
the
the
Knicks.
NFL.
Nothing's worked out for the Knicks. I
Yeah,
just take pleasure in
it's
seeing
all-
them stink.
Still this year,
Dude, they're going to get smacked in the first
We'll
round. of
see.
the playoffs. Just
they're hot right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know they
Okay,
lost last
and-
night, but
If the Sixers match up, Joel Embiid will
well,
eat
yeah,
Julius Randle.
But they're a
alive.
gritty team.
They are a gritty team.
They find ways.
Derrick
to,
Rose was a
to
good
win.
trade.
Yeah. All right, back to the. Sorry.
That's what we do.
Wait,
Yeah, I know.
We derailed.
That's what
Yeah.
we're pros at.
Yes.
But- We talked about Ohio State players and the Bears. They traded all this
Oh my god.
assets for Justin
Again.
Fields.
Again.
Pretty
I
wild.
have no faith in Ohio State quarterbacks. I don't know why
Yeah,
they would.
but
No, there hasn't been a solid one in the
Fields
NFL
is-
ever.
Don't say he was different.
I think he's.
They were
I don't know.
all
I
the
like
same.
Fields. I like
That
Fields.
dude was a stud. He was different
Yeah,
from
he's
the
Terrell
not-
other guys.
Pryor was a stud.
No, he wasn't.
Pryor was
not
different.
Not what Fields is.
Pryor was the system quarterback. I like Fields.
He's
a
not
bit.
what Cardell
I disagree.
Jones was. He's not what Terrell Pryor was. He's not even what JT Barrett was. He's better than all
Yeah,
of them.
I
A
agree
lot
with DJ
better
here.
than all of them.
All
We'll
right.
see. The Bears
Yeah,
have been
I mean,
searching
we'll
for a
ob-
quarterback
We'll
forever.
obviously see, but I think he's different. I think he breaks that narrative.
Smart
Wow,
kid,
look at
good
you.
leader.
What a
And I
50-cent word there. We don't use that kind of language.
So when
on
are
the
they
show.
cutting Nick Foles
I like
loose?
Well, that's
I
they
like
have
it.
Foles and Dalton, and they promised. Well, they didn't promise him, but they said Dalton's QB1.
Which is crazy.
I don't know why they
I-
would say that to
that's-
him
I
and
don't
make it
agree with that.
public, but
Right. Well, that's the thing. You tell them you can compete. That's one
yeah,
thing.
like the Eagles,
Yeah.
open competition.
he's QB1 through week 3.
Fields or Dalton?
Dalton.
Fields is QB1 week
Bears,
one.
Bears,
he starts
Bears-
week one?
Yes.
I like the
You
Fields
don't
pick.
make that move to not start him week 1.
Yeah. Why would you trade up for that just to bench him?
Yeah, yeah.
Is Trey Lance-
Dad? Why would you trade up for that? Just-
Is Trey Lance a starter week 1?
That's a different story.
No.
The Niners view them-
Garoppolo's a better quarterback.
Yeah, but I think the Bears, though, it's a little different, right? They're not in a rebuild. Like, they think they're in the mix.
Their defense is still there.
Yeah, it is. So
Mhm.
they're not looking to – this isn't a growth year for Fields. This is let's go win the division.
And
Especially if Rodgers
and
is going to be a
Rodgers,
mess.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're missing.
Right.
Yeah.
The Vikings seem like
And
they're
The
they're
Vikings are on
sliding
the
back.
downfall, and
Yep.
the Lions are rebuilding.
Well,
So
the
Yeah.
Lions.
they've been
stink.
rebuilding for 30 years.
Can you explain to me that
30.
I still don't understand that.
Try about 70.
Yeah.
And don't forget, like Mahomes didn't play his first year.
That's
Rodgers was out for like what 3 or 4 years.
That's true.
You know what I
But
mean?
if,
So
if you're the Bears, though, do you really want to see Dalton for
No.
7 weeks?
No.
I think
No.
he's a manager, right? He's a game manager.
Yeah,
at
but
this
how
Yeah.
many
point.
wins does he get you?
We've seen Dalton on the
I-
Cowboys how he did.
Yeah,
I think that's an open competition, pretty much.
I think Fields
they
is
want
your
Fields
guy.
to win the job.
I think Fields is your guy week 1.
I think
I think
training
Dalton
camp
starts.
will.
I think Dalton starts too.
I think
It
Dalton
may not be
starts.
the whole season, but
Yeah, I think Dalton starts. Fields has to light up preseason. Like he has to explode.
Well,
Hard to do
Sure.
with only 2 games.
there is
though.
there's only 2 games.
Yeah,
this
explain
year,
that.
right?
Yeah, I didn't know about that. So what's going
Yeah.
on with preseason this year?
2 preseason games, and we added a game.
They
Because
added
they
a
added
game to
it.
the regular
Yeah,
season.
they added the regular
17
season
games
game.
now.
So
Yeah,
did they add another bye week, or is it just still one bye
No,
week?
one bye
Just
week.
still one bye week.
Damn, that's a
That's what
grind,
kills.
man.
That's what kills the players didn't want to do it. That's what kills them.
That's a grind. Because think
Yeah.
about it, if you got an early bye week
Exactly.
and
Yep.
if you make the playoff run,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
like we're talking about at least 12 to 14 games strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't stand the fact they added a game. I think it's so useless.
I
So
love
you're not
it.
going to watch
I
week
love it.
18 or whatever it is.
17.
17.
You're not gonna watch it?
week 18. because
No,
there's-
it's why.
17
It's. I
weeks.
mean, there's no more 500 record. It's just it's so stupid. It's
It's
just
money.
Do you want a 500 record? I actually
I
hate
would-
a 500.
I would gonna be
record.
I
good or
don't.
bad.
I'm fine with a
I'd rather be
500
a winner
record.
or a loser.
Why?
I don't wanna be-
I'm fine with a
I want
500
500
record.
record. Why?
Nah, I'm good with it.
You like ties?
I hate ties. That's
Yeah.
You know,
Ties are just-
you know, when both teams play good enough to win, I'm okay with a
Where
tie.
the Eagles should
When,
the
when
Eagles-
Here
both
comes the
teams
coaching
deserve to
euphemism.
win,
should the
I'm
Eagles-
okay with a
should the
tie.
Eagles
This
and
is professional
Bengals
sports,
have-
not-
I know. But yeah,
No, it shouldn't end in a tie. Hockey
No.
shouldn't end in a tie. Football shouldn't end in a tie.
I'm
There
okay
should
with
be
a
no
tie.
ties.
I'm okay with a tie.
Nah, I hate
No,
I hate a shootout to end a hockey game.
I don't like hockey anymore.
it.
I'd be fine with soccer ending in a tie, just as long as it ends.
I'd be fine if soccer just ended.
I don't. Yeah.
When
I don't
when
watch.
when the Eagles tied the Bengals way back when with Donovan,
Yeah.
and he came
Yeah.
out with he didn't know
He
that
didn't
they
know
could
it.
have ended a tie. The next home game, myself and one other guy, we were the only two in our section that wore a tie.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, at least I wasn't the only nitwit there. There was another
What
nitwit.
did Uncle Pat say?
He just
Shook his head.
just went with it. Yeah, he didn't care.
Was it a striped tie?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It was the
I know
90s.
story
It was
out.
the
Now you're
90s.
back that up.
It was a leather. It was a
I'm going to
red
bring
leather.
that up. Didn't get the laugh I wanted. Now we're going to forget the details.
It was an '80s tie, real narrow.
Yes,
Yeah.
nice leather, nice red leather. I'm
That's-
sure the spaghetti tie.
Extra,
Yeah.
Extra from a Robert Palmer video.
That's
Nice.
right. Yeah, Robert Palmer.
Got it from
Irresistible.
Sunshine Blues down on down by the gallery there.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of quarterbacks taken. Quarterbacks that didn't get traded though.
Mm.
You know, there was
The Rodgers
leading into the
rumor, right?
draft. The Rodgers rumor.
Yeah, that broke
Schler-
right before the
Yeah.
draft.
Schler was reporting that it was close
Yeah.
to a done deal
With the Broncos.
with the Broncos. And then
Mm.
there's Raider interest and there's
And the Broncos took the cornerback, so you thought, oh, this may still happen. And maybe it still does, but you would have thought it would have happened during draft
It
weekend.
would have made sense.
Russell
you got
Wilson.
3 1s next year, Jimmy, would you?
The roster's not there yet for them to pull the trigger on
I'm
Rodgers.
not- yeah.
I don't want
For
to
the
trade for
Eagles or
him.
It wasn't really there for the Buccaneers to pull it on Brady either.
Oh, of course it was. Are you serious?
No,
He
if
was-
you think
Defense is
about it,
good, dude.
That roster was loaded
And they
for
got
wasn't-
Brady.
Evans and
hold on.
and
Once
Mike
they had
Evans
their
and
I know they had. I
Godwin.
know they had Evans, right? But you added Gronk after Brady. You
Cameron
added
Brate is no pushover. at
no, he's
tight end.
not. But you added Antonio Brown afterwards.
Yeah, how our
You-
boy Godwin.
You added Fournette afterwards. Like
Ro-
all those pieces
Ronald
came into
Jones
place.
isn't
after-
bad,
No, he's not.
and that
but,
offensive line's really good.
but I do
All-
think there's a if you build it, they will come. And if Rodgers comes, there'll be other guys that kind of fall out of the tree that might say, I'll go to
Well, because
Philly.
he's an all-time great, though.
Yeah, well, that's
You
what
know.
happened with Brady. Yeah, but you might have a bunch of guys that go, I'll go to Philly for cheap. It's not going to happen.
I don't want
We don't have
them
the
to
cap
get-
room for it anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Next year doesn't
we
Carson's
pay Wentz
money
till
come
next
off?
year, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure
I think they pay him 2 years.
I think it's next year.
Carson, they pay
Yeah.
2 years.
there's a way to do it. I'm sure.
Howie, that's what
I
Howie's
don't
good
want-
at.
That
That is what he's good at.
they would
Making
have to give up
trades.
Fletch. Fletch would. There's no way
They
they,
have
could
to
keep
get that
Fletch.
salary.
Yeah, they would have to give up that salary
I'd
for it to
give
work.
Would the league have to approve of any such
I
move
think
where they get out of
approve
giving up
everything, don't they?
having to pay him?
I thought the league has to approve every move.
Listen, the league's going to keep
Mm.
Rodgers happy to keep him on TV too.
Yeah, well, they want him in a good market.
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I get
Yeah,
what
I
you're
mean, we,
I mean,
you know, this is a QB factory over here. So
Yeah.
Well, also the league. You say it like there's some kind of integrity. I mean, Goodell's he's a redheaded Vince McMahon. Like, don't fool yourself that he's
What did
running.
you think of the lazy boy? That was so awkward.
He's such a d-bag.
He is absolutely.
I can't.
I
Stand
loved
him.
when he would walk up and like flash the card to the guy, like whoever was in the chair. Like,
He
"Here, you
also-
get to see it first. Like
He
here."
also tweeted out that he was vaccinated so he can hug everybody or
Yeah.
something. I was like, dude, just stop.
I just didn't know how much money he makes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's getting like 40 mil a year.
Yeah, he gets like 40 to 50 million a year. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous how much
Yeah.
money
Well,
he
look at
makes.
the TV contracts though. I mean, they're
Like, it's
getting,
insane.
they're going
Yep.
to get
and his
what's he
basement stinks.
what's he going to get? The
Like,
TV
if he was
contract-
in the league, he would be the highest player in the league. Like,
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
He's getting quarterback money.
Well, listen, they're getting what do they get? The TV deal was $10 billion.
Yeah,
$10
and
billion.
Amazon is taking over Thursday night football.
Thursday Night Football exclusively on Prime.
this year.
No,
No,
next
next year.
Next year.
Thought it was
2022. Yeah. Which isn't that big a deal. I heard some people complaining. I'm like, everybody has
If you don't
Yeah.
have Amazon,
Who
right
doesn't
now-
have Amazon?
I know,
Yeah.
but some people don't.
Dude, my parents still don't have call waiting and they have Amazon. Let's be real. Everybody got Amazon.
Yeah,
Do we have Amazon, DJ?
yeah.
All right.
This is why there's.
No, I mean on TV. I know you got the
Yes.
ordering business.
We watched The Wire on that.
Yes.
Okay.
If you have
Okay.
And
if you have
Lost.
Amazon Prime, if you
get-
have Amazon,
you get the streaming.
you get the streaming.
I still
Sometimes they
haven't
tie it in.
finished
It's actually
that
a
yet.
pretty good
The
deal.
Wire.
Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
finished
you
it
got
yet.
it. Good. Very good.
I've never
I think I'm
watched
on season 4.
Oh, that's the best one.
as long as you
That-
make it past the season with the docs, then you need to stick.
Season 2 is rough,
Need to
but I
stick
still
to it.
enjoyed it.
That was 2, right?
Yeah.
That was 2. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Season 4 is the best one, though. Might
Is
be
it the
best-
greatest show ever?
It might be. It's up there.
I
Top
had this
5.
conversation with somebody just last week. Actually, I still think
It's
my
top
number 1
5.
is Breaking Bad,
That's my number 1.
and then you got to mix in.
Where's the cooler?
I got yards
Right
over here. Then you got to mix in. So it's Breaking Bad, it's Sopranos, it's The Wire.
Yeah,
I was a
think that's
Game
my
of
top
Thrones guy
3.
too.
Mm-hmm.
We're
You gotta-
two great minds here. I'm with you, Jim.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's my top 4.
Dude, I've not watched half. Call me a relic. I've not watched half of these shows.
Yeah,
But you're in a good spot, man. Because like, if you get a day where you don't got nothing,
Exactly.
you could stream it.
and
You
it's-
could
and
run
it's-
through it.
All these shows are so bingeable.
Yeah.
You could watch them in a weekend, honestly.
Have you watched? The missus and I have been watching Schitt's Creek. Have you watched Schitt's Creek?
I've heard of
Yes.
it. I never
It's
watched it.
pretty damn.
We
fun.
watched it.
I
Yeah.
kind of
It was
went in
really
like
good.
I went in like
You watched
eh.
it, Brody?
Yeah.
I thought
It's
it wasn't
pretty
really.
fun.
Is it child friendly?
Listen, the censorship in this in the Marcus household is very low. Very low.
It's
Right?
not. Honestly, it's not. There's
Teach
not
them young. I get it.
I know there's a certain line I get to like that's probably not appropriate.
I don't think there's anything that's really over the top.
Well, let's start with the title of the show.
Well, that's the inside joke.
Shit's Creek.
Yeah, that's part of the joke.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Did you let him watch Game of Thrones?
Did you see any Game of Thrones? I don't think
No.
so.
There's
He's
a lot
probably-
of scenes in that
Pissed
one. You probably
I've never
should've
watched
watched.
Game of Thrones. I don't do.
Damn, your
It's
dad's
not-
your
don't-
dad's
you don't
digging
like
deep,
Dungeons and
Jimmy.
Dragons.
It's
Dude, I
not
can't.
that. It's you watch Star Wars, right?
Yes,
You wanna
that's
talk
my
about
that's my
nerdy
exception
stuff.
to the nerdy thing. Yes,
Game of Thrones. Is,
but I didn't celebrate
First
May.
off,
I didn't
give it-
celebrate May the 4th. Like I just want to
you
put that out.
definitely did.
I did.
You
not.
had your
Did
Chewbacca
you? I'm
outfit
sorry, I
on.
missed. Did you watch Game of Thrones or no?
I did not.
He doesn't.
I don't
I didn't
Dungeons
either.
and Dragons.
You're missing out. You fist bump, but you're missing out.
You know,
On the worst ending ever, according
It's
to
not the
you.
worst ending ever. Lost was probably worse than.
Yeah, Lost was
Game of
definitely the
I'm
worst
not
ending.
into
Lost
that.
was worse.
I
than
actually
Lost.
was okay with the ending on
No,
Lost.
they screwed it
It's
up.
The Lost was
It was
terrible.
purgatory the whole time.
They did a complete like 180. It wasn't.
Yeah,
Then
it
all of a
was
sudden,
stupid.
what? I was like, wait a minute.
Lost
I
was
hoping-
so amazing in the beginning, and then it just
dragged on.
oh
They
man,
could've
it was
ended
got
it
bad.
Lost early.
I agree. It did kind of drag on a season or
It was
two,
like get to the
too
point.
long.
They didn't know how to end it. I think
Right. That's
yeah.
probably what it was.
You're on that island by yourself.
It's
Good,
Lost-
all right.
Lost
one.
was
It's not the
See
first
what he
time.
did there.
not the first time. Won't be the last.
I'm trying to think of you guys put out some pretty good names. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've seen that is up there. I can't think of anything. Handmaid's Tale is really good. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Never seen
No.
Handmaid's Tale is really
it. I want
good.
to watch Mad Men. I heard Mad Men.
Mad Men was supposed to be good.
Seriously.
My wife's been watching Pinkerton. What? Pinkerton?
I've
Pinkerton?
never.
What
Yeah,
the
I've
heck's
never
it?
heard that one.
Yeah.
Prison Break's underrated. I think that was good.
I know what you're talking about, but I never watched it.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
Sons of Anarchy I've heard is good, but I didn't
Oh,
watch
there
that.
it is. Sons of Anarchy is definitely top 3 for me.
Yeah, I didn't watch
Sons
Wow.
is really
See,
good.
that's another one. I have no interest in that.
Oh, you gotta.
Don't like
you,
the
No,
motorcycle?
I don't,
You gotta
no,
watch
I don't
it.
Like motor, I don't like bikers.
Well, you're a Married with Children fan.
Eh. You know what? Actually,
It's good to see Peggy in a different light. I'm telling you. It's good to see
Yes.
Peggy in a
that.
different light. I'm
I can
telling
see
you.
that. I got dude. My old man. We were kids watching Married with Children, and he never censored anything. Right? Like I'm listening to I'm like 12, and I'm listening to like Naughty by Nature, and like NWA. Doesn't care, right? I can listen to whatever I want music wise. Al Bundy's got his hand out his pants, and he catches me watching it one time. He banned Married with Children. You're not watching Married with Children ever again. It's not allowed in this
Come
You
on.
must have went
But
to Catholic
you
school.
You should
right.
You should have
There's
said,
a lot
but
of-
wait, Dad, wait till Kelly comes on screen. Then maybe you'll change your
But
mind.
of all things, like if you met my dad is not a square by any means. I mean, he'd probably be done.
Yeah.
We've done 3 or 4 beers by the time we've done our 1 or 2 at this point.
I went to a Catholic school, and a lot of kids didn't watch Married with Children.
I don't know what he's not Catholic.
We watched it.
I loved it.
My mom
I
and dad
was
are
my
on here,
man.
and maybe that's bad parenting. That's come down to me that I'm doing with my kids. But we watch Married. with
Yeah.
Children.
Married
Joe
with Children was a
Bandit.
great
What's
show.
Great
that?
show.
It's an old show. Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in all of TV was Peggy and Al were having an argument. There's a knock.
glad you're not quoting the Mary Tyler Moore show.
There's a knock at the door. Al goes to answer the door and says, "I hope that's a bullet with my name on it." I fell out of my chair laughing at that.
All right. I'm going to take a break here
Sure.
for our sponsors. We'll take a break. I think we'll come back. And
It's 9
after
o'clock. Let's take
Is
a
it
break.
already?
Yes.
Yeah, we start a little bit later, but I want to go through the roster now. See, after we have all these picks, see if we actually addressed the areas of need.
Have you guys
And
addressed
see-
that we're having an MVP season by
We
the
can touch
best
that.
athlete
We-
to ever play in the city of Philadelphia?
Oh, boy.
Oh wow,
All right.
Oh,
Who
that's
boy.
a
Smith?
big statement.
Get
Sam
Shoo.
Smith.
He's getting
Yeah,
there.
Jake Elliott.
Getting there.
Flan's a big Jake Elliott fan.
Okay, good.
Joel Hans.
So is this the insurance commercial here?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break for InsurePhilly.com, and we will get our drinks together, and
Yep.
we'll see you in a minute. Thanks for hanging out. InsurePhilly.com.
I hate
The
to say
comparison
this,
shop
Dad,
all the
remember
time. Can I get this
that
cheaper
guy
on
I
Amazon?
tell you about on
What will the
your
store brand save me? Should I get a second estimate on this remodel? So why not do that for your insurance needs? Better yet, why not have someone comparison shop for you? At InsurePhilly.com, you can get up to 10 quotes in about 10 minutes with top insurance carriers like Progressive, Travelers, Nationwide, Selective, Liberty Mutual, Encompass, Kemper, and Berkshire Hathaway. Owner agent Matt Maloney provides top national carriers with top local service. Just go to InsurePhilly.com to get your quote online or call Matt at 215 InsurePhilly.com. We comparison shop all the time.
Sorry about
Get
that.
this cheaper
We'll
on
run that
Amazon.
right back.
What will the store brand say? Should I get a second estimate on this remodel? So why not do that for your insurance needs? Better yet, why not have someone comparison shop for you? At InsurePhilly.com, you can get up to 10 quotes in about 10 minutes with top insurance carriers like Progressive, Travelers, Nationwide, Selective, Liberty Mutual, Encompass, Kemper, and Berkshire Hathaway. Owner agent Matt Maloney provides top national carriers with top local service. Just go to InsurePhilly.com to get your quote online or call Matt at 1-800-300-9590. For all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, business, and Medicare insurance plans, make sure to go to insurephilly.com today or call 215-300-9590. Matt Maloney gives you the national carriers you recognize from a local company you can trust. insurephilly.com.
I don't know if
Somebody
he's
put it
watching
on
anymore.
Instagram. It was him one,
Good.
and they were like,
We
"He's
are
got-
back.
he's got turbo speed."
Thank you for hanging out with us again on another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast. Thanks to our sponsor, insurephilly.com. Up to 10 quotes in about 10 minutes. The MPM agency. Give Matt Maloney a call for all your insurance needs. And I will pour a little bit more of that. The Pops McCain's Fine Irish Whiskey. So we were going to get into
Have a taste, right?
the let's have a taste.
Yeah, I've seen some of the early YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking gold.
Jason.
Yeah, Jay in the car and everything.
Yep.
It's
And
good.
He's got one person
Hank-
with him at the beach.
Hanging in the weeds, waiting for his ride.
Yeah, man. He's at the beach, man. And I'm just thinking, like, this looks like some cult shit, man. It's just him talking to one person that's gonna die with him. You know. But I love Jay, man. Shout out to Jay, man, and Pops, man. I love it.
You know he's an actor by trade.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
He's all
Yeah. I know. I gotta try the app. Have you got? I saw the bottle in the other office with the apple.
Yeah, we finished that one off the last show.
Yeah, I gotta try the apple. I haven't tried
No,
that
you
yet.
got to try them all. They're all smooth as silk.
It
I
is-
like
it
the
is
rye.
Even
nice
100
drinking
proofs
whiskey.
are
It's a nice
smooth
whiskey.
as silk.
Well, he did a show here with the Sarcast boys, and we did a whole flight of them.
There you go.
We did a whole flight of them, and I got the rye because I like the rye the most. But he didn't have the apple with him at that time, so I got to try the apple.
Yeah, my favorite is the bourbon.
The Kentucky.
The 5-year, was it the wheated bourbon, or maybe it was the Kentucky bourbon?
I think it's the Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah. I'm over a bourbon guy, but I love the whiskey too.
Good for
Yeah.
him for having this vision and really bringing it to life. It's the American dream.
Dude,
It's awesome.
he is, and
It's
you know
cool to see.
what?
And he's a hustler.
It-
All
the-
respect to
He
the guy,
is
man.
absolutely a hustler.
for the Kentucky Derby, he was all decked
I saw
out,
it.
and
Yep.
he looked like
I
the
saw it.
colonel. Right?
Yep.
I think I saw his mom on Instagram tonight. He pulled mom into a commercial.
Did he go? Did he-
No, he was at home at his house doing a pop-up
Yeah.
video and mixing up, like I guess a
He was in the
Pop's version
backyard
of
with
a mint
somebody,
julep.
with some friends and family.
I think he was with Fritz. and
Yeah,
his
right,
family,
right,
yeah.
right.
He brings the family in. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
for him.
Jay,
You're doing good work. my
cheers,
man.
Jay. Cheers, Jay.
Cheers, Jay.
Yeah, friend of the show, for sure.
So we were going to come back and talk Eagles and how the roster filled out, but we started an MVP conversation. So it seemed to be pretty hot and heated. So let's
How is it hot? Here?
let's go
How-
there. I don't know.
Because when you
It's-
say he's the greatest Philadelphia athlete ever,
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Yeah,
that.
that's-
Yeah.
he's
Getting
not
there.
there yet.
He's getting there.
No, he's not.
He's in the conversation.
No.
What he's
What's he
doing.
done? What's he done? Got to the
What
second
he-
round.
Okay. And what are they going to do this year?
I don't know. Well,
I think they're going to. I think they're going to the finals. this year.
I think they do too. I hope they. I
think
They
can-
must
think
go
they
to the
can-
finals.
I think we're going to be at a parade in July.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think
I got money on it. So
That's what I'm thinking. Let me see where my
Can we
bets
get
are
by the
leading.
Nets and the Bucks first?
Yes, getting off of Embiid, but getting to the whole team. When you look at their record, when they have the five of them
Yeah,
together,
they're a lot.
it's amazing.
Yeah, they're obviously a lot better,
They're
but with that bench, the bench is concerning.
but the bench becomes.
And I know it gets
The bench
shortened in
shorter.
the playoffs.
Who's going to play really in the playoffs, right?
Probably Howard,
Howard,
Okay.
Hill,
Matisse.
Thibault,
and
Thibault,
Matisse.
right?
Shake.
Right.
Thibault won't play
Right.
in the
and
playoffs.
Hill.
No,
Yes, he
you're not.
will.
No, Thibault-
Yes, he will. If
Thibault-
they need defense, he
Yeah.
will.
For
You
some
got
defense.
to. He's a top 5
But
defender.
Hill's
The dude is great
He's a
defensively.
top 5 defender with like 10 minutes on the court, right? Like it's not a full game, and he's not guarding the best player.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? But for how long though?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He's
but
a
What do you
top-
mean?
If you
he's a
look at
defensive
his,
player
if
of
you
the
look
year
at his
conversation.
defensive,
I know his defensive efficiency is outrageous.
It
It's
is.
it's amazing. Like
You gotta
if he
have
did that
for
for the
the
whole
playoffs.
year, he would probably be the defensive player of the year.
I'm not ready to say that. Right, I'm not one
I
of those
get
people
that.
saying he should get the award.
But he's not doing that against Durant. He's not doing that
Nobody is. though.
against.
Because Durant's not playing.
Yeah,
But
he's not
well,
playing against
All right,
Durant.
But here's the,
Nobody does it against Durant or Harden. What? And
No.
Kyrie.
Yeah,
And nobody and Giannis can get shut down, but he's hard to stop too.
yeah. I was about to say that's tough to stop
well,
Giannis.
but here's the thing though. You're gonna put him. He's gonna play probably Harden. in the playoffs, right? Because you're going to put Ben on Durant,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're going to put Hill on Kyrie. That's what you got Hill for.
Yeah. And then you put Thibault on Harden.
Okay, and good luck. They're going to put DeAndre Jordan
You
on
got to
Joel
pick your
Embiid.
poison.
What a
You know,
joke.
who do you want to beat you?
Dude, Embiid's going to drop 35 on them without a problem.
Oh, I would hope so.
And that team has only played together, 3 games?
And
Seven.
Harden, he's really questionable to even play again.
Right.
Nah, I saw a report earlier tonight. He said he's be
believes he'll
back.
play again.
Yeah, I believe he's coming
But-
back.
And also coaching, right? You hired Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
If he's not the best, he's one of the top 3 coaches in the NBA, right? Arguments? Yes? No? They have
I'm not arguing that.
They have
Yeah.
Steve
I won't
Nash.
argue.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get Steve Nash's pedigree. He's a Hall of Famer, but his coaching, I mean, this is his first year coaching. That does matter come playoff time.
Yeah.
So,
Nate, you think George Hill's actually going to be in the starting lineup?
no, I think he'll close games out.
Yeah,
Okay.
he'll
As
come off
opposed
the
to
bench.
Curry,
All right,
if they don't need points and
Yeah,
they lock down
And
deep.
Experience.
Danny Green's
Yeah, I get that,
Danny
but
Green can guard.
Danny Green,
Maybe Harden. Not really, but
Look,
maybe.
they had JJ Redick on the field and
Yeah, exactly.
on the
yeah.
court. So if you were okay with that, I know it was a different
yeah,
coaching
I mean,
staff.
Redick plays no
But,
deep. Like
yeah.
anybody that was climbing for Redick to come back, I'm glad he didn't come back. He
Yeah.
plays no defense whatsoever.
Nah,
Never has. And now
But
he's
he's coming
old.
off the bench for you.
Well, now he's old and he's done.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
It
gone.
doesn't matter who's playing Harden. He's going to get minimum 25.
All right, well, either him or Durant are.
Yeah.
And Kyrie can
Minimum.
go off at any
And
time.
who will Ben guard on that team?
Durant?
Right.
I think we match up better than any other Sixers team with the Nets.
They
in
kick the Nets
recent
out in
years.
6.
Oh,
I've said
that's why the number 1 seed.
Oh yeah, it means a
Yeah,
lot.
you
That's what
don't
we're
want to
gonna get.
see them until the finals.
But
Eastern Conference.
Listen, I don't want to see the Bucks are hot right now.
Yeah.
Bucks
the
look
Bucks
good.
are the team that scares me. It's like there's always a team that has one of our Philly teams that they just have their number. No matter how well we play, they beat us.
Yeah.
And that's the Bucks to me.
Plus,
Like,
they're kind of unfinished business, right? Like the year the Raptors won,
yeah, they're
it should've
always
been
right
them.
there. They're always
last
right
year,
there. Yeah.
you know, the Heat took them out. Like it's
They're
Yeah.
battle tested, man.
they are.
They are.
I agree.
And it's funny. I had this conversation yesterday. So we were looking at the odds of who would win in the championship, and we all agreed on the show that the championship this year is going to be from the Eastern Conference.
Yes,
The West is just
I agree with that.
we're just deeper in the East
Yep.
this year for once, and it was very interesting because it went Brooklyn. I think it went the Lakers. I think like Phoenix was up there, but sitting there like 4th at 8-1
Yep.
was the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks would be a really good pick to win it all. Like I was saying, like, hey man, out of all those teams that you can see, the Bucks would really, and then the Sixers was 12-1 to win it all.
Yeah.
Those are current odds.
Yeah.
Those are current odds.
Wow, drop
12 to
the
1's
house. Drop the house on the
12 to
Sixers.
1's
Oh,
high.
dude.
House.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
I
dropping
don't
a
know.
house.
Dude, I
on
wish
the
I wouldn't have
Sixers.
put money on
The
Coinbase.
bench-
I wish I would have put it on the Sixers.
The bench
Jeez.
concerns me for the Sixers. I think if you look,
You only
around
need
the
3
East,
deep in the bench.
the-
You got 4.
Still, I think the Bucks have a better bench, and the
Okay.
Nets have a better bench.
But your starting 5 is better.
The starting
both of
5
these
could be
teams.
better than anybody in the
Better,
East.
it's better than both.
It's
these
better
teams.
than the Bucks. It's
Right.
not better than the Nets. Dude, you
Okay.
got 3 superstars
All
on
right,
the Nets.
but your mismatch, your
Your
differential
mismatch down
between
low, that's one guy.
Jordan and Embiid
Yeah,
is big.
that's one guy though.
That's-
Three is greater than 1. Last time I checked.
let's get back to the original question, though. The original
Yeah.
The
point.
original take.
Yes.
Quake.
Yes,
Who does-
yes. Go ahead.
So wait, you're saying that Embiid's the best of for the sports side of all time right now, or will be?
No,
he's on the
saying-
path.
No, you said ever.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did
no,
say,
I mean,
you did
I
say
mean that,
ever.
Like
Yeah.
now is the great.
Okay, given this season,
It's not the great. It's
It's
up there with the
one
greatest seasons
good
ever. I'll
season
give you
this
won't
is
that.
make
one of the
him.
greatest seasons ever. But I think when it's how about this? When it's all done and said and done,
I don't know.
he will be the best.
Get us to a
Philadelphia.
finals.
Well,
get
who do
us
you
to-
have? That's the question. Who right now? Who's the greatest Philly?
That's
Mike
what I was
Schmidt.
on.
Wilt.
No, it's my Wilt wasn't here long enough.
Sure, he was. All those years with the Warriors.
What was it? 8 years.
Don't give me That was a
Mike
lot of
Schmidt's the
years.
third baseman of all time.
Correct.
This year,
And
Wilt's
Wilt's
19
the
years.
greatest of all time, period.
No, he's not.
Yes.
No,
he
he's
is.
not.
Yes, he is.
Jordan's 1.
Now.
LeBron's 2.
Now,
Kobe's 3.
now,
Oh,
now,
man.
now.
I was with you until you said 3.
All right.
I'm with Jordan LeBron.
Right.
I'll
No.
give you that.
And
No.
I might do Kareem.
No.
I might do Magic.
Magic's
Kareem
top,
over Wilt.
Magic's top
No.
5.
Magic's top 5. Bird's top 5. Everybody sleeps on Bird. I hate Larry Bird, but everybody sleeps on Bird.
I'll give you that. Everybody sleeps on Bird is right.
Top Philly.
He couldn't
athlete
run, he
ever.
couldn't jump, but he was
I don't know. if
great
people sleep
basketball
on Larry.
player.
Mike
People
Schmidt.
understand what Larry was a killer.
Basketball,
Yeah.
basketball fans do. I
But
just
but let's go around the thing. I'll be interesting to hear this. So you said Mike Schmidt. You said Will. What's
Yep.
next?
I'll say Mike Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Schmidt.
You even remember?
It's gotta be
Schmidt?
Yeah.
Schmidt. It's gotta be.
See that, and maybe this is just the way are we talking best Philly athlete?
Yeah, who played
Athlete and player is different to me.
That
Or
is
Like,
most
very true.
dominant
Player.
player.
most dominant,
Player.
dominant Philly player.
Player.
Oh,
Here you go. Well, there's really what I'm saying. The most dominant Philly player.
It has
Dude,
to be Wilt. Just look in the record book.
He won one championship.
I'm going Reggie.
Two.
One.
Oh,
That's-
Reggie's a good
Two.
one.
I'm
One with the
going
Sixers
Reggie.
and one
My-
with the Lakers.
See, my mind's
Won
going
one
AI.
here.
Oh,
I would
okay.
say Schmidt or Iverson.
I
See,
agree
my-
with Reggie. I forgot about
Let's
him.
go with Reggie.
I
here's,
agree with
here's
Reggie.
the greatest comparison, right? And Wilt's hard because he spent the time with the Lakers and he won one championship.
I bet if you
Schmidt is
ask,
still the best third baseman.
here's
ever,
the
right?
difference.
He's the best third baseman ever,
No,
but
but-
Wilt's the greatest
but
basketball
he has a
player
good point.
ever.
If you
Not the
ask-
greatest
if you
center,
ask
the greatest
average-
basketball
if
player
you ask
ever.
the
What about
average
Jordan?
basketball fan ever, or average basketball fan, they're not going to remember Wilt probably as a
Yeah.
Sixer.
Right, because you have to go with a
Or-
certain age. Mr. Marcus, where you at? Come on, Mr. Marcus.
No, I think
He's
he's
gonna say
right
Bernie
here.
Perrant or Bobby Clark.
Bobby Clark's got to be in the conversation. So does
He's
Bird.
one of the greatest hockey players ever.
if
Correct.
Yeah.
Bobby
you're,
Clark.
you're right in that, DJ. If you ask people of a certain
You gotta throw
age,
Steve Carlton in there because when he retired, he was the best left-handed pitcher. No longer, but
well, I've been reading up some stuff on Warren Spahn. He was pretty damn good
Who?
too.
Warren Spahn.
Warren
Braves. I know who he is.
I don't know.
Pitcher.
Hey, thanks.
Why are you reading up on Warren Spahn?
Yeah, right.
What
I
the
just-
hell are you doing?
I see things posted on Facebook about
Who's
him.
posting about Warren Spahn?
The different
Are your
baseball.
grandparents still
Warren,
alive?
Warren Spahn.
Warren
Yeah,
Spahn.
Warren
Warren
Spahn.
Spahn's
Does
great
Warren Spahn have a
grandson.
Facebook fan page?
No, I
that
mean
you're
the,
liking.
the different baseball pages I belong to post things about Warren Spahn.
You're gonna start talking about Walter Night Train Johnson?
I
too?
might. I just might.
Shoeless Joe.
Jimmy, who you got?
Wow.
I was just saying,
And don't do
I'm gonna
Dawkins. I
get-
love Dawkins. Don't do
no,
Dawkins.
no, I'm not doing Dawkins, and I feel like I'm going to get
That's
some
the ignorant
blowback for
Philly
this.
sports fan.
No,
When people say
I'm going
Dawkins, I
with
love that.
Iverson. Like Iverson is in my like
I wanted to say Iverson.
just
but
because
Schmidt-
maybe it's the short guy mentality,
I love
and
Iverson.
like he changed the NBA when he got in. He brought a new
Yeah.
culture in the NBA, and
Yeah.
the dude was electric. He
Well,
did
forget-
whatever he wanted on the
Forget the
court.
culture thing. If you look at the NBA, though, I love Iverson.
he changed the position.
Isaiah changed it before he did.
Nah,
Yes.
Iverson's the greatest player that's 6 foot and under,
That's
Correct.
see, that's
Yeah.
a short guy that
Yeah.
comes to my
Agreed.
heart.
Right.
Absolutely.
hands down.
Yes, there's no
averaged
question.
He averaged almost all 30 with
If
just
Isaiah changed
short
position,
shooters.
Iverson made it better.
Iverson, I have a T-shirt from Monkey's uncle. I'll drop the
There you
Shout
go.
out.
Another
Love
friend of the
Monkey's
show.
Yeah,
It says-
absolutely.
pound for pound the greatest.
Yeah,
and it's
I
Iverson.
saw that. I
Yeah.
saw that.
And that's true for his size and definitely the best 6 foot and under player.
I think that means pound for pound greatest Sixer though, because LeBron said that.
No,
LeBron- I don't
he's
think LeBron-
he's pound for pound greatest NBA player. You know, a
No,
6
I
foot
get- you know
under.
what, but that's-
LeBron is
I would agree
quoted-
with that.
LeBron's quoted who's the GOAT. LeBron did say that.
he tried to sneak in. He was the goat.
Iverson's the greatest pound for pound Sixer ever.
Right. And then LeBron turned the conversation back to himself. But anyway,
That's all right.
Yeah,
actually,
When you're the
I
GOAT-
give
when you're the
respect.
GOAT,
I know
you can
he's
say
not the
that.
GOAT.
Iverson. What I loved about
He's
Iverson
two.
was he was
And it's a close
fearless.
two.
He was absolutely
He's top
fearless.
two and he ain't 2-8.
Just like Embiid.
It's a lot easier to be fearless when you're 7'2", 250 pounds,
Neither of those
than it is when you're 5'11" and 165
But neither
pounds
of
soaking
It's on
wet.
your mentality. Not
Absolutely mentality.
But
You're
neither of those
correct.
are-
100% correct.
Neither of those are either of their fault. It's not Allen
No,
Iverson's fault.
no,
It's
no. I'm
Jordan
not.
Reed's
Yeah,
fault.
he probably
Right.
broke a
Right,
couple
yes,
cross plates
yeah.
But what
to
Embiid
set him back.
does for being 7'3" is remarkable. The 3-point, like the
Yeah.
threes, the fadeaway three to tie the game.
yes,
a couple
yeah,
weeks
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
How about
yeah.
I mean-
the rim in and out
Yeah,
shot?
Dude,
that might have been the greatest
that was
play of the
insane.
season.
Hail Mary pass.
Yeah,
Insane.
while falling down.
Plus the defense. He's a relentless defender.
He's a top.
Yes.
defender.
Relentless.
Top
Yeah.
10.
He doesn't take a play off, does he?
If
But he takes a lot of games off.
he stays healthy, he gets us a
team
championship.
thing. It's a load management.
It's a load management, but
That's a modern NBA
that
thing.
that drives me insane.
because
This
you're
load
60 years old.
management.
Okay, well, when Wilt
Yeah.
I am
Chamberlain
not
went-
60 years old.
You're closer to 60 than 50.
But listen, Deke, when
True.
Wilt Chamberlain went out and played the freaking
48 and a half minutes a
Why-
game.
the
no,
YMCA,
like
The
the,
Sisters of the Poor.
the local plumbers union.
at the
98.
time, like the Des Moines, Iowa white boys.
Get the hell out of here.
6'3", and he's dropped
Stop.
50.
Stop.
That's the same thing as
What's the
load
other
management.
what's the other big name from that era?
Bill Russell.
Correct.
I know they played
Check him out.
8 times a year. I know.
And he kicked his ass individually.
Russell has 12 rings.
11.
11. Yes.
one
Well,
as a
and
coach,
2
right?
more as a
Okay,
coach.
okay.
But individually
I didn't
Wilt-
think basketball
Wilt
was an individual.
took him to school.
I didn't think basketball was an individual.
It's not. It's a team sport.
In those days,
Yes,
it
it
was.
Dude.
With them two.
Listen, I love Wilt.
Check the record books, man.
I know
He
it. I've read all the books.
It's
Oh,
not hard
he-
to miss
when
the
he
record.
retired, he basically rewrote the record book, and he still owns.
It's not
dozens
hard to
and
do that,
dozens
though,
of
when you're
records.
the
I don't think he
top-
owns any records anymore.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
does.
does.
Yeah, he
Are you-
does.
Come on,
Which
dude.
record?
Which record?
He owns
He owns a lot of records.
Seasonal
man. He owns
Scoring
a lot.
average,
He's not the all-time
seasonal
league- he's not the all-time league-
rebounding average.
He's not. I know, but those are a little bit
A little bit what?
all-time
average-
Irrelevant.
Bro, he
The
averaged
season-
like 30 rebounds a game.
Yeah,
Like, and
his
it's not. I'm
season
not even like
averages
trying to
will never
be
be
like.
touched.
Dude,
20.
he still owns dozens and dozens of records, and the ones he doesn't that he's not number one in, he's like 2, 3, 4, or 5,
I didn't turn this into an attack.
or
I-
all of them.
Attack on Wilt Chamberlain. I love Wilt
You
Chamberlain.
talked bad against his.
I didn't
Those
speak
guys
bad,
athlete.
but
He's got the only quintuple. What the hell? Quintuple double?
I
Is
guess.
that what it is?
Listen,
Quintuple.
Something. Yeah,
here's what's going to really get you mad. Here's where you're going to not call me an old man. The NBA is better now than it ever has.
Thank you.
It is.
Finally, somebody over the age of 40 agrees with
It
me.
is. The guys,
Thank you.
what they do,
Thank you.
what goes on a nightly basis.
Thank you.
I
AB,
mean,
this is why we need
Tate-
you on the show.
Tatum-
Thank you.
Tatum dropping,
Welcome back.
Tatum dropping 60 the other night. Doncic's what he's doing.
Russell Westbrook.
Thank you.
You've never seen
Insanity.
seen before.
Against better athletes.
Yeah, you've seen it before. Wilt.
Against
Nate,
lesser-
no.
Thank you, Nate.
No.
Against
Where
guys,
you been, Nate?
against guys that were smoking cigarettes and drinking beer at halftime.
Oh, stop! No, they weren't. That
Yeah,
was
they
that was
were.
Major League Baseball and
There-
soccer,
There
Didn't
was
Kobe
only one
drop
other guy.
and Lenny Dawson.
There was only one
the
other
Super
guy
Bowl.
built like Wilt when he played, though. Bill Russell.
No, there
Mike
were
and Bob
other.
Pettit. There were some.
Yes,
Yeah,
there
but
were
it's not
other
hard to
great
do what he
players. There
did.
weren't just two
No, he
great
He did-
players.
When he's that size,
This,
again,
the
against guys
championship
like us.
team, the championship team that Wilt was on for the Sixers was voted the best NBA team
I don't think
ever,
Okay, at the
This-
time,
ever.
they're not the
Yeah,
best NBA.
there's-
team
And that
ever.
was less than 20 years ago.
Five
It
to
was
10
probably less than
teams
15
now
years
that could
ago.
probably
Dude,
beat that team
wait a
in the
minute.
7-game
Wait a
series.
What?
The Warriors team that won 73 was better. The Bulls
Bulls.
team. that
No,
won
no, no Warriors team won
Yeah,
73.
Yeah, they did. They beat
73 and
the they beat the Bulls
and they
record.
lost to the
Oh,
Cavs.
all right, all right.
Bulls are
Lost to
72 and
LeBron
10.
the
It's a
Cavs.
watered down league when you have 30 plus
No,
teams
it's
in the league.
not. Do you not see the talent in this league?
International.
Do you not understand that there were less than 30, probably less than 25 teams back then? So you only had the best of the best playing in the NBA.
It's a lot better. This
It's a
year.
lot
Or
better.
you had
Plus
the
it's
only ones that
internet-
could
it's an
fill
internet-
out a roster.
It's
If
an
you
internet.
look-
It's an international
Exactly.
game now too.
That it is.
It was
I'll
not
give you that.
international
Yes,
before.
yes.
I
there,
mean, that's
there were a lot more international
Look at-
players
look at
today than there
Jokic.
were back then.
Yeah.
Dirk,
Embiid,
Tony Parker,
Simmons.
Embiid,
I
Ben
agree with
Simmons.
Tim
I agree
Duncan.
with Deke.
About what?
Brody,
About what?
If-
You are
if-
welcome back
if you-
anytime.
The less
So,
teams,
If
the
you
less
look at like
teams.
best NBA players of all time, you will mostly see people from back in the day than now.
because they're still
Because they're
still
so
going on.
What's better now, football now or football back in the day?
If you did a list of top 50 NBA
Well,
players all time,
What do you mean, like
now?
equipment?
I would
it's
say
it's
you would probably have 15
20.
players.
I would say
currently
20.
active.
I would say 20.
Have they've done a top 75, right?
Well, they did the
They
top.
did top
They did the
100.
top 50. Are
Didn't
we
they do a
25
top
years from there?
100? Didn't they do a top 100?
We're almost there. But I'm just saying, if we did a top 50 list, you'd have
Because Wilt was
You'd
still
have-
alive when they did that top
Right, so it
50,
was like
and he
99,
died in 99.
Right.
I thought they did a top 100
I think
like
they
no,
did a
it's
top.
really-
within the last
anniversary
10 years.
Yeah.
50th anniversary of the NBA, they did. Either
Yeah.
way, my point is, if you did a top 50 list, you'd have 15-ish players
Here's a
playing right now
Here's a
that are in the
take.
top 50.
Here's a take. Kevin
That's
Durant,
crazy.
when his career's over,
Top 10.
he's going to be a better player than Jordan.
Oh, no, say that again.
He's going to have better numbers than Jordan.
Wow.
Kevin
What was
Durant.
No, you said better player
He-
first.
all right, if he's
Yeah,
two
yeah,
different
yeah,
numbers,
right.
then he's probably a better player.
Hold on, who's this?
Durant.
Stop it.
Yeah, get off the show.
So you got better sneakers
He's a
too?
better.
You
got
You got to look at your
better
eye. You got to do an eye
Durant?
test here. Do an eye test.
No, I agree.
You didn't
All right,
watch
so-
Michael Jordan,
I didn't. I've
That's the
seen
problem.
highlights.
and I respect Durant.
And Durant's numbers are
I'll give you top 10,
almost
maybe.
the same as Jordan's right now.
How many rings?
Jordan has
two or
never
three, right?
lost in a
Two,
championship
I think.
game
Thank you.
ever.
Yeah.
All right. So
And he
we-
never
and-
went
and-
7
all right,
games
so
in a
if we're
finals
And
gonna-
round.
I'm not talking about like just NBA, like
if we're gonna
ever.
compare rings, then Wilt isn't the goat.
Correct. Listen.
Like, I mean,
You can't.
Listen, there's a level of sports.
If-
I think it's where it's Gretzky, Jordan, Tom Brady, and then it's like kind of everybody else grouped under.
I get that. I understand, but
Yeah,
I'm
if you
saying
look-
if you look at the
finals
numbers,
finals.
if you
record.
look at the numbers right now, scoring wise and all that efficiency, Durant's numbers are almost
I'm gonna-
identical to Jordan.
I'm gonna throw him in top 10, but
He's top 10, absolutely.
okay, but the
Yeah, for sure he's top 10, but
Top
I mean
10 numbers.
he definitely just
No, top
jumped.
10
He
player
jumped on a
ever.
72 team to win. So
Yeah.
like,
he's a baby for that. I'll give
he's
it.
a ring chaser.
yeah, I
he's the
get
baby.
it.
yeah,
But also,
I
the
get
NBA has changed a little bit too, right? Like the game's
It's all it is super teams.
No, but it's a little bit more selfish now too.
Whose
And
fault
if
is that?
If Jordan
Not
wanted to,
LeBron's.
if Jordan wanted to be
Very
more
much
selfish,
LeBron's.
Jordan could have dropped 40.
Yeah,
You know, like Jordan could have dropped 40. He could have done what he wanted. And if he would have trained,
but I think Jordan's.
Did you see the last
The,
dance?
the, the
Yes.
thing, yeah, the thing that everybody keeps forgetting is
As
today's game. Today's game may be better athletes and this and that, but the rules are so different today than they were
Yeah,
in
you can't
Jordan's
breathe-
time.
can't breathe on
You
anybody now.
can't
Right.
fight anybody when they come down the lane.
No, don't give me that.
Well, you get 7
Don't
steps
give me
to
that.
the basket.
the hand
now.
check. the hand-
Exactly.
hand
You
check
can't
rule-
hand check.
hand check rule in the front.
It's definitely
There's-
softer. It's
it's softer.
softer.
If I
Sure.
breathe too hard on LeBron, I'm getting a foul. And if I go like that, I might get a
All
technical.
right, but Deke's also coaching the picket fence for the high school team too.
I'll
Don't get caught
agree.
watching the paint
I'll
dry.
agree. It's softer. It's softer.
It's
Softer.
phenomenally
It's a
softer.
But
LeBron, I don't know if LeBron survives the 80s and the 90s.
He
yeah,
does.
Dude, how
He
big he
does.
is, he survives.
250.
Yeah,
Why
he
people
does.
argue that?
Oh,
Jesus,
Le-
there we go.
No, LeBron would be able to play in any.
Yep.
any
He
generation.
would maybe survive is the wrong word. He wouldn't be able to excel the way he does now.
I think,
back then.
yeah, absolutely.
I think he would just adapt.
If you think about his game, like he's magic, right? Like that's what he is. So if you
As
think
in
about,
Magic Johnson, or
yes, sir, yes,
Okay.
sir, as Magic Johnson.
Yep.
And if you think about that type of play translates across almost any generation of the game, any generation.
True. Well, LeBron's also a physical specimen.
And
I
then you
think-
add that part into it too. You wouldn't even talk about it. I'm just talking about his skill set.
Yep.
Like
But-
he translates across. Like he's a point guard. He really is. He's
Yes.
a point
Yeah.
guard.
It's a big
the-
point guard.
No, he-
yeah. Well,
but-
so
but-
was
but-
Magic.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Did he
yeah.
just spill shit?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Yep.
kid. Air
a little
Muffs.
bit.
Air
Sure.
Muffs kid.
yep.
Did he just spill stuff
Yeah,
all
beer.
on our
He got
studio?
Cheap
It's a little
beer.
bit. It's a little
Cheap
bit.
beer all over the
And
table.
did a piss poor job cleaning it up?
He's working on it.
I had to come back and defend my guy.
He's working on it.
I
Here's
don't-
the thing.
I
Here's the
hear
thing
a lot
though.
of
with
LeBron
here's the
hate.
thing with LeBron with that though too. LeBron is such a physical specimen, right? If you're playing 80s basketball, now granted today you can't get away with anything. You don't tell me LeBron doesn't adapt.
Absolutely.
He's not taking
He
any
can't
nonsense from
control
like
what
he's
era
not
he plays
taking
in.
any nonsense from Bill Lambier,
Who?
Rick
He
Mahorn.
won't be as good.
I don't know.
No, dude, he's
I
not,
don't know, man. I don't want to say
I'm
he's
not a big
soft
LeBron
mentally,
fan,
but
nah.
dude, I don't know,
I'm not the
dude.
biggest LeBron
You
fan.
get whacked a couple times coming down the lane.
I think he starts dishing it
Dennis
out.
Rodman,
he starts dishing
Lambier,
He starts
So he
dishing
starts
it out.
shooting from the
John
outside.
Sally, Charles Oakley.
Dude, he's not.
those
name-
those dudes.
He's not
Who-
punking out from those guys.
Whoever
I don't.
matches
See
I
it.
don't
up
know.
with LeBron.
I don't
What
see it.
player ever matches up?
And I'm
with
not a LeBron fan, but I don't.
I don't know.
I'm not a LeBron.
And,
fan.
you know,
I just think
the way-
Jordan's better, but
The way earlier in his career, he would pass off for the game-winning shot in the fourth
Nah.
quarter?
I think
That's because he's
that's
Magic.
overrated.
That's
Ray
very
Allen
wrong.
was
No,
open.
no,
Ray Allen
no.
was wide open.
Ray-
Stop it with that.
Magic.
Again, I
I
hate
don't
when he
think
went to
Magic would
defensive.
shy away from the shot.
He wasn't shy away from the moment, but Magic was looking to pass first.
Mm.
If it's a better play,
But then
why
he-
not?
LeBron looks.
He's going back to the
LeBron
hook.
is
He's
shying
going-
away from the moment and the shot.
You're
There's
going
like a-
back. You're going back to Magic with the hook shot and everything else. You forget all the other times he set up Michael Thompson or Cooper or.
And
you know,
well, he also had a better cast of characters.
Lineup,
Yeah.
But let's not get it twisted. LeBron has made 100 million big time shots.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, let's
can
not
go on
take it
YouTube
away.
Right now and look up a 25
Yeah,
minute
let's
video
not
of LeBron game winners.
take it away from Bron. And the one thing I say about Bron, because I'm a Jordan fan, and I've had this argument, and I know you guys have had this argument 100 times.
Yeah,
Who's better, Jordan or LeBron? When we think about it, and for everybody from the middle on to the right, I'm your age, and everybody on the left, you guys are just old. So,
For the record, AB's 14 years younger than I am.
so
And I'm older than AB.
when you think about it, we've all seen Jordan play for the most part, right? And he was just dominant. You never seen a guard do that. And he took the world by storm without social media. He was the most recognized face on the planet for how many ever years. Still is to this day, But when you look at LeBron, the pressure that he had from day one, he was Christian the next one.
Yep.
And to actually live up to that, he is the greatest career we've ever seen from start to finish, because you've seen it from high school up to now. I don't think he's the greatest basketball player, but he is the greatest career I've ever seen from start to finish.
Hey, you know what? That's actually a really interesting point, because we have all these guys that are the next big thing, right? Like Bryce Harper.
Yeah, but
Bryce Harper's here. He was on the cover of the magazine when he was in high school.
Yeah.
back in the
remember
day,
ESPN putting St. Mary's, St. Vincent's
right?
on TV.
Yeah.
Right?
Because of Bron.
Because of
Yes.
him. Yep.
And he lived up to it, and then
Yes.
some. Like he
Yeah,
was
but it's two
christened.
different sports,
Like, how do you feel those shoes? Michael Jordan is the greatest. Like, if even LeBron, LeBron right now would probably say he's the greatest, but at that time, Michael Jordan was the consensus. You could argue left and right, but he was the consensus greatest player of all time. And you're supposed to be better than him.
Yeah.
And you feel that. You feel the shoes.
Yep.
Like, how
Dude.
much pressure? Like, imagine if Bron didn't win at all. He would be like the biggest bust. Like,
Well, then
ever.
explain the announcement for Miami.
Well,
We're
that's
going to win
just-
7. I think they stopped
know.
counting at 7.
I mean, they went to 4 straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they won 3.
And LeBron went to
I thought it was only 2.
9 straight conference or 9 straight finals.
Not straight finals.
I thought they went to 4. Didn't they go to 4
yeah,
straight?
They went
They
four
lost
straight,
to
Miami. They
Dallas
lost
and
2.
Spurs.
They lost.
And-
they
Oh,
lost
I'm
two.
sorry. I
And won-
apologize.
and
My
won-
fault.
And won the others.
But well, you know what? It's an interesting point. I think the only other player you can put in that category, living up to the hype that bred him, was probably Peyton Manning, right? The son of an all-time great.
Did he live up to the
pedigree.
hype? I mean, he's
Oh,
got
he's-
some records. He's only got one
Dude, he's a
championship
top
or 2
5
championships
quarterback
out of
He's
it.
got
rings.
2.
Right,
Two.
football's
That
fun.
second-
He's
that
a
second
top
one
5
is questionable.
quarterback all time.
But he
Didn't
kept
have it
running
yet
into
for that
Tom
second
Brady.
one. Yeah, that's
His
like,
problem was he kept
was he
running
the
into Tom Brady.
greatest quarterback.
I'm saying
of
though,
his
He's a top
time.
5 quarterback
living up
all
to the
time.
hype from beginning to end. We
Yeah.
get so many guys that end up busting, right?
Yeah, because
Like,
it's
even
you're
Harper.
18 years old and guys are claiming you the
Right,
next
even
goat.
Harper,
Like that's
even
hard to
Harper.
do.
Everybody was
But
Harper. And
it-
he's a great player, but he's
He's not the next great. He's not
no,
Mike
he's a
Trout.
top 10 player, but he's not an all-time.
No.
To
Not
Nate's
yet.
point about
Hopefully
the publicity that LeBron got early on in his high school career, the ability to do that didn't exist before LeBron.
What are you talking about? Jordan did it.
No, Jordan,
No, Jordan, you didn't know about
wasn't
Jordan
the
in
first
high
pick
school.
his draft.
No,
But
in North
it's just the
Carolina.
There was
exposure. Yeah.
right the exposure
Exposure.
that LeBron got
At
from
At such
from
an
his
early
senior
age, too.
year in
Those
high
guys
school.
came-
Yeah.
Jordan played 3 years in
That-
college. This guy go to college for 3 years. Jordan came straight from
Yeah,
high school
right.
into the frying pan.
Who was
It's a very good point. But there's other players that have come out that
who was
not
who
that
was
have
the,
busted.
the Chicago kid? What are the big high schools in Chicago? I remember watching a ESPN 30 for 30 on about it.
Oh, you no.
Kwame Brown.
Maybe it might have
the-
been.
with
It
the-
might
Are
have
you
had-
talking about Hoop Dreams?
I might. It might be Derrick Rose now that I'm thinking of it.
You're not talking about Hoop Dreams, right? You know Hoop Dreams. Remember the Hoop
Nah,
Dreams?
Nah, I don't think it was that.
Okay.
But there was a 30 for 30 about this guy in high school out of Chicago, one of the two big high schools in Chicago for basketball, where he was like claimed.
I think you're talking about the movie Hoop Dreams.
No, it was a 30 for 30.
I don't think it was 30 for 30. I think about Hoop Dreams.
Nah,
Blue Chips?
Dave, have you seen Hoop
it
Dreams?
wasn't Blue Chips.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen Hoop
Oh my God,
Dreams.
no one sees Hoop Dreams. Anyway, basketball fan here. You guys all
I love how our greatest Philly athlete turned into a LeBron. That's what I'm sitting here amazed by.
Right?
Well, listen, I'll always have the respect. He's just 2. He's always going to be 2.
I'm
He's
with you
top.
there.
He's top 2, but he ain't 2.
He is.
Nate, we didn't get your greatest
Oh,
Philly
God.
athlete.
He said
Reggie.
He said
That's right, Reggie.
I-
Who?
That's
I
a good
agree
one.
with that.
Reggie Jackson?
Reggie
White.
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 Oh, Reggie White.
I
Okay.
agree.
Reggie Jackson. What?
Yeah. What?
Well, Reggie
Reggie
Jackson
Jackson
is from Philly,
But he didn't play.
and he was a great baseball
You
player.
talking about the Yankee, right?
in-
The Yankee Reggie
well,
Jackson.
he was in Oakland A's before.
A's,
Yeah,
Okay.
Angels,
he made his bones
Orioles.
with the A's.
But he didn't
He
play
became
for the,
Mr. October with the Yankees.
But he didn't play for Philly.
No, he didn't.
Okay, so
No.
who gives a shit about Brandon Jackson? Air Muffs kid. I'm sorry, Air Muffs.
Although, Reggie Jackson, so he was on. So today's Willie Mays' 90th birthday,
Which is insane.
which
Yeah.
is insane.
Insane.
But I have
which
an ele-
which we're so grateful for.
all right, so I have an
Absolutely.
11-year-old son, huge, Birdie, same age as you, huge basketball fan, pretty good football fan. He's like, Willie Mays. He didn't know who he was. So I'm like, get out of your phone. Watch this. Because they're talking about talking about Willie Mays. But then Reggie Jackson comes on and he starts talking about Willie Mays. But he's got a Houston Astros hat on.
Nah.
I'm like, what is he?
What is-
He never played for the
What's he doing?
Astros.
Is Willie Mays like the secret greatest player of all time?
It's
He's
not a
up-
secret, but
he's
yeah,
up there. He's up
baseball. I
Doesn't
think-
get the
He doesn't get the recognition.
Yeah.
and
No, he gets the
talked-
recognition.
He
If you're a
doesn't get
baseball
talked
fan,
about
If you're
as
a baseball
goat
fan,
enough.
listen, speed, average,
Yeah,
home
he's
runs,
up there.
power,
He was-
He's up
arm.
there.
He was a 5-tool player where all 5 tools were great.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. He was 5'2"
Great.
before it was 5'2".
He's-
Yeah, yeah,
He's,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like
Run.
he's like the Hank Aaron when it comes to goat talk. Like they don't get brought up enough when talked about.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Like a
it's always Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, obviously the times are different than
Right, yeah.
when those conversations happen. But looking at it now, like
He's
who's
up
the
there.
greatest, like who's the Jordan of baseball?
I think it's Willie. Willie Mays lost 3 years to the Negro Leagues, and he lost another year.
No, I
Service, too.
don't think he actually lost that much time to the Negro
I
Leagues.
think he did. They were talking about it tonight. You got to look it up, but still, 660 home runs.
Well, they just brought those stats into
well,
Right.
MLB, which
They- yes.
should have
I don't know
allowed
what-
And it should have been
ago.
counted all along.
Yeah.
that's a hard thing. I don't know how you do it because, well, you know what? Baseball, the numbers are all like 660 for me is always his home run total, right? Hank Aaron 714. Like, you
Well,
know,
it's like
Bonds
the thing,
doesn't
it's
count.
like the thing with Ichiro. How many hits do you count from the Korea?
Japanese.
the ones in the major
leagues.
leagues. You can't.
He would be ahead of Pete Rose if he caught the other one.
Right,
If you counted
exactly.
the other
Right,
ones, right?
you can't count.
Did
that
Doc
because-
bring his stats over from the ABA?
I
Yes.
think they
Nah.
count the
That's
ABA
comparable
stats.
talent.
Yes.
So
That's
Yeah.
still you're considered that's major league level.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
yeah, I
That's how
believe they count the
that's-
ABA
that's how I
stats.
see it. If
Well,
it's,
the
if it's
Japanese- I
considered
can't-
major league, then you should probably count the numbers.
It's hard. I don't know what the answer is. But I wouldn't count the Japanese league though. I mean, I can hit pitching in the Japanese league. let's be
Stop
honest.
it.
Stop
I can hit a Japanese curveball.
Stop it.
No, I couldn't. I'm kidding. Maybe a fastball.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Willie Mays only had 73 plate appearances, I believe, in the Negro Leagues.
Did he lose any time to the service?
Mm,
Yeah, they got to dig
no,
deep for that.
1953.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he
didn't he lose
nah.
time in Korea?
fi-
No?
yeah,
I know Ted Williams
53.
I mean, Ted
His
Williams
stats
lost, like-
go from 1952 to 1954.
Was Ted Williams a pitcher?
No.
No.
Whoa.
Right field?
Did
Like,
you
get out
just
of here.
ask that
Get out of here.
question?
Get out.
I wasn't
Did you
sure.
really just ask
I'm
that
not,
question?
I'm not a baseball guy.
Splendid splinter.
Come on, man. He
Probably
batted. He's the last guy to
Probably
bat
last guy to bat
400.
400. Probably the best right fielder in baseball.
I'm guessing here, but the Pirates?
No, Red
Red
Sox.
Red
Red
Sox.
Sox.
Oh my
Splendid
God,
Splinter.
Nate.
Didn't
Sorry.
Tony Gwynn have a
Or do I have to go
400?
Nathaniel with this?
No, Tony Gwynn hit 390.
Wow, your mic is about to get muted.
Tony Gwynn hit 390 one year.
Gwynn always floated around it.
Tony Gwynn's amazing.
Tony
Yeah.
Gwynn should be another one who could be talked about. He didn't do it
Not five,
defensively.
but not 5 tools.
yeah, he didn't do it defensively.
No, he's got some gold gloves. He
Does
just
he?
never had power. I think
I
Tony
mean, that
Gwynn's
dude could hit.
most. Yeah,
The amount, every time I see those stats where like he struck out like 20 times a season or something like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's-
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Insane.
stupid.
Yeah.
His eye was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been to San Diego twice. Okay, both times I get off the the plane, turn on my phone. First time was Tony Gwynn dies.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Second time, Chargers moving.
Yeah.
The only time two
They're
times
not
I've been
good-
to San
they're
Diego.
not good for San
Not
Diego.
good for San
People
Diego.
want you to stop going to San Diego.
I mean, jeez.
Was Gwen Cincy Reds?
Nah, he was
with
at Padres.
San Diego
Padres?
Mr. Padre.
Mr.
I mean,
Padre.
he
yeah.
grew up there. I
Yes.
went to San Diego State.
I was
He
at
got drafted by the NBA.
I was at the Hall of Fame the year he was inducted. Actually,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Here's an interesting stat on Willie Mays. He actually
I'm
played
glad
the
you're not going Warren Spahn.
1950 season. He actually played in Trenton.
The Thunder.
81 games. No, not the Thunder. And he actually got sent down. He played the partial 51 season with the New York Giants, got sent down to Minneapolis AA later on in 1951.
Where's the interesting part?
Yeah.
Willie Mays got sent down.
Well, it happened.
Albert Pujols got
Albert
sent down.
Pujols
And-
got
and-
sent down.
And he
They cut
yeah,
him
right.
today. How bad is that?
And he
Nah.
played a
Well,
season
did
in Trenton.
Did they cut him or sent? Because
He got
doesn't get
reassigned.
but he can get picked up after that, right?
Okay. He's an all-timer.
Absolutely. He's probably the greatest hitter of my generation.
He might be. And
He
he's an
probably is.
all-timer.
Yeah.
And it's the last year. He already said he's done after this year.
Yeah.
The Angels aren't in contention. You're going to designate him for assignment? Like, 3,000 hits, 600 home runs. He doesn't deserve more respect. You won a World Series with him. He doesn't get more respect.
I like him. He said,
If the
"Guys,
Angels didn't win a
we're
World
getting
Series
off
with him.
topic
I'm
here.
sure they did.
We're getting off
Not
topic.
the
here.
Angels.
Angels
He won with the Cardinals.
Not with
And the world. And
Hey,
did
Jim, 10
wasn't he
minutes.
Part of that Angels
Nah.
team in the
Yeah.
World Series?
No, they only won in 02.
No, he wasn't.
He
Pujols-
wasn't on the Angels in 02.
Pujols
Maybe
has
he
only
was.
been with the Angels like
10 years.
10 years, and that wasn't 10 years ago.
No.
Damn, he's been with the Angels for 10 years.
Yeah, he signed like a
253
10-year
mil.
contract.
Man.
253 mil.
Can we get
Yeah, but I thought that was with the
Yeah.
Cardinals.
No.
No,
He
nah,
signed a 10-year
he left
contract with the
Cardinals
Angels.
With the Angels.
Oh, okay.
Either way, he's an all-time great. He deserves a little bit more than that.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I
while we're
guess.
on the topic of baseball, Joe Girardi, we need a new manager next year.
No.
No, stop it. Will you?
We're in first place.
Brody,
Yeah.
smack your dad.
We're in first
You have our
place.
permission to smack your dad. Go
They don't
ahead. Go
control the
ahead.
division they're in.
Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, he managed the Yankees to a World Series, right?
He's made some
The
questionable
Yankees.
calls
He
this
has.
year.
Right. No. I'm
Different
saying,
lineup.
You had
That lineup
roster
card
you
was-
could- you
was-
could back in and buy anybody you wanted.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. He's a good manager. Is he? He's
I'm
not
not
Joe
giving up on
Torre.
him.
He's not
Yeah.
Lasorda. No, I'm not giving up on him.
No.
He's better than
There's-
Gabe.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
Better than
games.
Gabe or McCannon or Boa. Or,
Sandberg.
Although Gabe's got the better record.
not right.
And I think they finished with a better record last year, too.
It was now they were like maybe one game difference.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to hear any more?
Nobody
I
made
don't want
it.
to hear any more Gabe.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you, dude. I want Girardi. I'll take him.
I got a Gabe story that's not appropriate for radio, so maybe afterwards I'll tell you Gabe story.
Well, it's a good thing we're not on radio then.
Well, appropriate for any, not appropriate for Brody.
Does it involve coconut oil?
Actually, it kind of does.
Jeez.
Another one of those old guys.
No, you didn't hear the stories that came out about him when he got hired as the
Yeah, he's a male,
Phillies manager.
Male model.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't begrudge him for being a male model.
No, I don't either.
But what a weirdo though. He came to town and he doesn't eat anything.
Is this the story or is this just
No, I'm not
Oh,
going to tell
okay.
the story. But one of his stories was that he's on such a strict diet.
He doesn't eat the ice
He
cream?
doesn't eat the ice cream.
That was
Puts it in
Yeah.
his mouth.
He
and
spits it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You either eat it or you
You're
don't.
a
Right,
weirdo for
right.
that.
Listen, if you don't
We
want
should have
to,
known.
Oh, I'm
then.
leaving that one alone.
Exactly.
We should have known that. Like, this dude-
No, what I could say
I know,
in response to that.
But right, like if you're on a diet, just don't eat it.
We should have known at that point. Like, maybe this guy's a little.
Yeah, he
Nut
doesn't.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the
Are you
pictures
happy?
come out and
You happy with him being 500?
No,
They're
not.
not.
No.
17 to
They won
15.
today.
Oh, I'm sorry. They won today.
They've got a
All
nine,
right.
Yeah, they're
listen,
over.
They've got a 9 great.
They're in first place, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
They're
they
in
are.
first
Place.
Yeah.
It's
9
very
games.
early into the season.
Listen, they go Atlanta, Washington,
Yeah,
and
it's
then where do we go? Toronto.
Yeah,
So you got a
That's-
9-game road trip. That'll show a lot about the team, right?
absolutely.
And Archie Bradley's coming off the DL. The bullpen. I mean, who's your closer? Right
Still
now?
figuring it out.
Who's your closer?
Neris.
Yeah, even after last night. With
Yeah,
Arenado,
I
I
think
like
by
Arenado.
default, he's got to be.
I like
Yeah.
Arenado a lot.
right. by
Arenado.
default
Bro,
because
smoke, man.
Alvarado closed last
Alvarado.
night.
Alvarado.
I was just saying, I wish we had Arenado.
Alvarado's too wild. I love
Dude, he was
the
great
fact that he
last
throws
night,
100.
Not,
Yes, what's he going to be the next time?
Yeah, but that's
He's
look
very
what
he's
he
inconsistent.
throws.
And is he
99?
available every night?
Yeah, but he's
I don't know.
inconsistent.
You know, I
He
think
comes out one night, he's lights out. The next night, he lets up 3 runs.
I don't like Neris though. Neris just makes me nervous. I
Every
like
guy
They
in
all
that
make
bullpen-
me
yeah, every
nervous.
guy in that
Bradley
bullpen-
will
They
be back.
all make me, maybe except for
you-
Bradley,
you
but
need-
they
you
all
need-
make me nervous.
Your top-
Coonrod's been good.
He's been good.
Yeah, Coonrod's been good.
You know, your top 3 pitchers have been good. Your starters. You
Yes.
just need
Nola,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yes. And then it's a
everyone's been
crapshoot
good. Yeah,
after
for
that.
3, he's been good. Yeah.
He's been good.
But
what
after
about-
that,
I'm giving Cole Hamels a call.
I would do.
I'm giving him
I can't watch another game of Chase Anderson.
Dude, Chase
he
Anderson,
looked good. He looked
Matt
good
Moore,
yesterday.
Matt-
He looked-
the two of them, yes.
well, not even Matt Moore anymore. He's in the bullpen. It's Velasquez.
he should be
And Velasquez looked good. He looked good his last outing.
He,
Velasquez
yes,
is the
his
ultimate
last outing,
tease.
and then God knows what's coming up the
ultimate
next
tease,
time.
dude. He throws smoke, but he's a head case.
I don't trust him to be
No.
consistent, but
no.
I'm definitely giving a call to Cole Hamels or
Yeah,
looking for
he's
a
in
trade.
shape. He's looking for a job.
trade, yeah.
Be a nice little story. Bring him
He's
back
not
home.
pitching for anybody.
Nah,
No, so he
Braves cut him.
pitched one game with Atlanta last year. It was only a 1-year contract, so
Yeah.
he was hurt, and
Well,
now
he
he's
was on the
working out for
roster
teams.
this year, wasn't he?
No,
Oh.
no, he's a unrestricted free agent. He's working out.
Wow.
He's going to be a July 4th guy.
Yeah.
Well, they got to make a move at the deadline to get a center fielder too.
Are you
If
worried
they're-
about the offense? So the bullpen was a concern, always has been a concern, but
Yeah,
now how
McCutcheon
about
into the
the
year.
bats?
McCutcheon's heating up. I think he's
Going
old.
into the year, we weren't worried about the lineup, but now
That's
Well,
got holes in it.
Kutch is 33. Everybody just, oh, he's done. He's not done. Guy won an MVP. He's not that.
yeah.
old.
How many years ago?
Yeah.
I get it, but he's.
I don't think he's done.
I don't think he's done, but he's not what he used to be.
He's of course
Well, you
he's
don't-
not.
you're
He's
not expecting him to
30
be. He's
what?
33.
33?
I would expect him to be a productive leadoff
He's starting to heat up a little
in
bit.
the last 2 games, sure, but not the whole season.
Just give him some time. It's early.
It's May.
It is.
It's a
I was
whole
just
month
gonna
in the
say
year.
it's May. It's the beginning of May.
All right.
It's not even hitting season yet.
I think
as
you got
Uncle
bigger
Charlie
business.
would
Center
say.
field's your bigger problem.
Center field.
It's
is
a huge
absolutely-
problem.
That's what's holding them
To
back.
be honest, second base is kind of a disaster too.
That's
Segura
too,
is not
yeah.
coming back.
Segura's not. What
He's
we
coming
want
off a
him.
DL, but you're paying him too much money for what he.
Well,
is.
he's not. He's
And
not.
plus he's not the best. I get the problems.
There's no other option though. Maton, you really want to see that every
No,
day?
I don't want to see Maton. and I,
I
don't
mean,
think Scotty Jetbacks is.
Oh my
anything.
gosh, they paid him way too early.
Well, yeah, it's Clintac.
Yeah, but yeah, the second base.
He doesn't get enough shit, by the way. Like he's one of the worst general managers ever.
He was
in
pretty bad.
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Terrible.
We'll add that as a topic for another show.
there you go.
Worst GMs, worst managers,
Yeah.
GMs, coaches.
That's a good one.
Howie Roseman.
He won a Super
right.
Bowl,
Hey.
Brody.
did
He was
get
he
us-
was an
he did
executive
get
of
us
the
a
year.
Super Bowl. Yeah,
Won a Super Bowl. We can't give him too much crap.
nah.
It seems
No.
Bad team.
it seems right that we maybe end the show on that then. Right? We started with Howie, we end on Howie.
Oh, there you go.
And on Howie.
Howie, I would love to end Howie.
I'm sure Howie has.
Yeah,
Howie-
yeah. Instead of
and
ending the
Howie's
show
reign.
on Howie, can we just end Howie?
Howie's reign
He
here.
does have a spy, I'm sure, listening to us.
I'm
Yep.
sure he
He's
does.
probably
Yep.
listening.
It's Brody.
Listen,
Brody's
he's
the
got-
mole.
You've heard these stories at NovaCare where they're tapping phones, seeing who the leak is. Like, he's a paranoid little man. Like, he's got
Well,
some-
he should be.
No, if I had that job security, I wouldn't be paranoid at all.
You don't have the job security.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he
You
does.
have 1 year.
He's got job security.
No, he's got job security.
They
I don't
should.
This
think he
this
does.
is my response to Howie every time. He broke up. Jeff Lurie and Joe Banner
I
were
know, I know
childhood
the story.
friends.
I know the
Who
story.
And he
cares?
I know
broke
the
that
story.
up.
I
What
know
did
He
they
the
broke
win?
that up. He's got the
win?
cachet to break that up.
And he won a Super Bowl.
Right. But
Joe Banner
before
won.
he won a Super Bowl, he broke a childhood friendship up between Jeff and Joe.
And maybe they weren't really friends at all. If they're
He
going to
broke up a marriage too.
Huh?
Oh, he didn't break up the marriage.
No, he
Fletcher
didn't.
Cox did. Fletcher Cox did.
Yeah, but not Jeffrey Lurie's marriage.
No.
Listen, I went hung out with my childhood friends last weekend. If I get the Eagles, I'm not having any of those motherfuckers on my team.
Whoa.
Not happening.
I hope they're not listening, David.
I don't care if they are. I love them. I'm not
Talking to their
them.
face.
They can sit anywhere they want in the house.
And if
They're
they
not
know
on the team.
if they know you, they
They know the truth.
exactly.
They know.
Well,
That's
I think
funny.
we can say who we don't want to get a Eagles job with us.
Yeah, right. He
I
forgets
didn't
the little
say I didn't
people.
say I wouldn't bring you guys.
Ah,
up.
okay.
You
All
guys
right,
are
cool,
those
cool.
guys. There you go.
Good answer.
So we'll see. I'm with DJ. I think this is his
I think he's got this
Swan
year.
song.
This is his year. If he's
I know we're in a rebuild,
if none of these draft picks hit, are you going to let this guy take your 3 number 1 draft picks next year and make
Is
choices?
he
He's the one
out?
that gave you those 3. They're not. He's not.
Yeah, you give me.
Is he out?
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
They're Jewish anyway.
Wait,
There's no
did
Lord in
Father
God.
Kavara show up?
no, but he probably loses the reins on the draft next year.
Well, I think if they take the reins from him, he goes.
Not
He's not going to
necessarily.
let what happened with Chip happen again. No way.
The question
His
is
ego's too big.
he gone or is he on the hot seat?
He's on the
He's on the hot
seat
seat.
now.
You have
No. I mean after this
Next year?
year.
No, you're
No,
the
he's on the
owner
hot
that
seat this year.
acknowledged that it's a rebuild. Like they're
Right.
already put it
Yes.
out there.
Yeah.
So
if they
exactly.
win-
why
But
would you
after
not
this
give
year,
him
if
the
things
year?
don't work out, is he on the hot
Just
seat
saying,
or is he
let's-
They
gone?
win
Should be
7
gone.
games.
Because if he's on the hot seat, he gets at least another year, if
Yes.
not
oh, they
2.
get another 2 years.
They got to win at least 6 games to give him a
Not a
chance.
stretch with a 17-game schedule.
I think they're over under
And a
this year,
shit division?
6.5, right?
It's a stretch.
I think you have an owner that's distracted by the nice shiny thing, Chip Kelly.
Why?
If he has a shitty year, if these draft picks don't pan out, Jeff Lurie, somebody can easily get in his ear, I think, and say, look, this Howie guy hasn't done it. You need Tom Donahue. I've been in this league for how many years now? You brought me in as a senior consultant because apparently somebody told you.
And they also have
To
the guy,
respect
who's
my
the guy
opinion?
from the Browns.
That's
that
what
they have?
I'm.
John
Dorsey was
Dorsey,
in, but he's
Dorsey
out.
in here in that role.
He's
They've had
gone now,
multiple people in that role that have come in and come out. I don't see it. And again, this isn't a defensive Howie, but I think he's got job safety. You know, like you ever see what's Lethal Weapon 2 or is diplomatic immunity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that. That's what's going on there.
All right. I know you wanted to talk about the roster. We'll do it next time. There's still moves to be made. We got some
Where's Zach Ertz
undrafted
going?
free agents.
Yeah.
Ertz didn't get traded.
He's
Brooks is
staying.
still here.
He's
He's
staying.
Dillard's still
absolutely
here.
Ertz is staying.
Nobody
He's good.
wants him. Nobody wants him.
Well, if somebody wants him, they just don't want him.
I saw this thing. It said that they were asking for too much for Hurts.
Probably,
Ertz.
I would.
I would.
The
That's
longer
why he's
he
not getting
stays on the
traded.
roster, I think the more likely is he starts
The
the
worry
season.
I get is
Yeah.
if he holds out. I don't think he's the type of guy to hold out, but
He can't.
No, he's
What's
not
he
gonna
gonna
hold
do?
out.
His last
Yeah.
season.
He's not going to hold out.
he wants a trade or a new contract, which neither he'll get. He'll probably get a trade before a contract, but
Listen, if it's another weapon for Hurts, that tells you what they think.
yeah.
You know?
I think
Give
he
the
can
kid the
still be
best chance.
productive. I still think Ertz is productive.
He was just hurt this year.
Yeah.
And I don't mind him being on the team.
Yeah, I don't need. He's
No,
a good
I
don't
player,
need-
and he's a
yeah.
good teammate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I think he
he
is.
is a little bit contentious last
Eh,
year.
I don't think.
He wasn't the best.
I
over
think his
last year.
contract got in his head last year, and it was all mental with
Okay,
him
well,
last
that's
year.
not a good teammate.
Yeah, but that happens to a lot of players in all sports.
We'll go through the roster next week when we're in here, and
I
see.
guess you're coming back, Brody.
Yeah, we'll see.
R.I.P. and peace to Bill and Melinda Gates' relationship.
Yeah, I know you want.
Oh yeah, give us your quick pointers
All right,
on
quick one. This is from Leonard Fournette. I got to give him the credit, but if the two richest guys in the world, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, can't keep their women happy, how do you expect the average guy to keep his women happy? You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
point,
like,
good point.
Money is a
it is a good point.
You know,
Can't argue that.
All right.
it's you know,
Congrats to our guy Pat Bernard, who had.
Yep.
He didn't have it. His wife did.
Yes,
Had a.
he
a
just
baby,
had the fun.
Had a baby boy today. Congrats, Pat. Good luck. Get that kid a Wentz jersey.
Tebow. We got to convert all the Wentz jerseys.
No,
to
get the
jerseys.
Tebow out of here.
Retro Tebow.
Did you hear Tebow
All right.
might be back?
Yes.
Yeah, another
I don't
pipe,
even like Tebow that much.
another pipe dream. Another pipe dream. All right, thanks for checking us
He
out
might get a
again
shot.
on another episode of the Sand and Boot First podcast on this wonderful Thursday evening. A late night for us tonight. Hopefully, we'll be back at regular time next week.
Nate's like, get out. Get out now.
Yeah, I think no last words. All right.
Knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
There we go. I've had that sounder on there forever and never had a perfect time to do
No.
it.
You beat
You
MVP.
just
Right.
found the perfect time for it.
Perfect drop.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Be excellent to each other. See you next week. Good Good being back.
That was a good. Sometimes we've done a couple of these.
Yeah, kind of missed it. Yeah.